right, Kevin.
That worked out pretty good. We're actually going to be able to listen to the band live. We'll be able to listen to some of the band live at halftime tonight. That worked out pretty good, actually.
I think I heard your daughter above all the rest of
it
them.
was a standout performance as a cymbal crasher.
Yes.
Yeah, she's been practicing that all week.
All right. All right. Well, Western Hills is going to kick off. They're over there in the green helmets with green pants and white jerseys and green letters. And Pirates are about to take the field here to receive the opening kickoff. They'll be going with a little bit of a wind at their back, kind of into the sun as it's setting out to the left of our picture. And Kevin, any final thoughts before the opening kickoff?
Well, I know that Coach Cheesy is got to be excited about this moment right here. You know, you've worked and worked and worked to become a head coach in Texas football. He's paid his time and been passed over once or twice. You know, I'm glad to see the Coach Chad Cheesy era getting started here at Granbury High School with tonight. And let's bring home that victory and make it a 1-0 start for Coach Chad Cheesy.
All right, and it's certainly not easy being cheesy, but, well, I had to get that out of the way before kickoff. Okay, that's my one time. That's my one joke tonight. So, anyway, the referee's about to put the ball on the tee here for Western Hills for the kickoff. And deep to receive, it looks like we've got Michael Mulholland and Hunter Jones. They're going to be the two deep players for the Pirates, standing at their 10-yard line and just waiting for the referee to give the signal here. And finally the kicker receiving the ball, and I'm not sure what the delay is from the referee.
Just like everything else, this is the first ball game for the referees too. They've only gotten one scrimmage under their belt too.
Yeah, guess we'll give them a little bit of slack. So now the ball in the hands of the kicker, and we're hopefully about to get started with some football. We've got the ball placed at the 40-yard line, and they're kicking off again into a slight breeze. It's kind of going across the field a little bit as well. So Mulholland and Hunter Jones deep for the Pirates. That's going to be our running back. Our starting running back is Mulholland there, so he should know what to do with the ball in his hands, as well as one of our slot receivers, Ian Jones.
Well, Western Hills, I don't know. I mean, I think they know they're supposed to be kicking the football off.
Yeah.
You know, they've huddled up now. I think this is the
three or four times.
Yeah, I think this is the third time. Maybe this is the one.
Okay, here we go. So he's marching off his steps and ready to start the 2016 Pirates season. And the ball is away, and it's short to the 30-yard line over the shoulder. It's caught up to the 35 and tackled down at the 34.5-yard line. He tried to keep running, but the referee said he was down. That was Austin Stewart who corralled it short and got it out to the 35-yard line, and that's where Young and the Pirates are going to take over for their first series of the season.
Well, Austin came up holding his face mask, and rightfully so. He got grabbed on the face mask and spun all the way around. I don't know quite how the referees missed that one. I think they thought they had called him down.
Yeah.
Basically, after play.
It was borderline whether he was down or not. He went ahead and kept running, and that's when the face mask occurred. So no call on the face mask, but it's going to be Young in the pistol formation with Mulholland behind. He's got trips to the left and a single wide out to the right-hand side. The ball on the right hash mark as he's barking out signals, looking to the sideline, trying to get some more signals in from there. I think they've got the play in now. Yells some final instructions to the O-line. And is going to take the snap right here and option to the right. Pitch out to Mulholland. He's got a little room to the 40 to the 43-yard line out there by the sideline, so a nice opening run on the option right.
Well, good opening play for the Granbury Pirates. Young can run the football. He showed us last year that he could run the football. So when we say the pistol, what we're talking about is the quarterback is lined up in a sort of a short shotgun situation, and then the running back is 3 steps behind him, directly behind the quarterback.
So 2nd and 2, they're going in a little bit of a hurry up, and now they're going to be a pass out to the left, and it's caught short yardage, and that is, excuse me, that's number 7, Jones, catching it for a first down at midfield.
Well, you can say Jones caught it and did it right about 3/4 of the time, Matt. But
right.
Out
Hunter
of the
Jones.
slot, Hunter Jones working out of the slot right there. Just a short little pass, 2 good offensive plays to get us into the meat of the ball game.
Again in the pistol with wideouts to the left and right, 2 each. And he's going to be taking the snap and running left with the option. He's going to keep it this time, and he's tackled down for a gain of about 4.5, 5 yards, call it at the 45 of Western Hills.
Well, that's 2 read options for Kyler Young, one to the right, one to the left. Both of them successful. Both of them gain good yardage on first down, and we'll take that all day long. What he's doing, he's swinging out, and then he's reading the reaction of that isolated cornerback over here. If he comes up on me, I'm going to pitch it. If he goes away from me, I'm going to keep it and turn it up.
So again, 2 receivers to each side, and fake the handoff. He's looking deep over the middle, and in and out of the hands of Logan Robinson, and also in and out of the hands of the deep safety there. So fortunate for the Pirates that was not a turnover.
Well, and Logan Robinson kicking himself a little bit because he knows he had a touchdown right there. All he had to do was catch that ball. But Granbury, as you say, lucky not to turn the ball over right there.
So 3rd down and 5, big 3rd and 5 with receivers 2 each to each side. And the ball on the left hash mark, getting some more signals in from the sideline, is Young with Mulholland right behind. And 3 down linemen for Western Hills. And he's going to be almost drew the guys off sides there. And he hands it off up the middle, got some room, Mulholland, and he breaks the tackle and is down at the 31-yard line. And a first down for the Pirates.
Yeah, just a dive right up the middle. Nothing magical about it. Western Hills coming out in a 3-4 defense. That means they got 3 down linemen and 4 linebackers, so 2 inside and 2 outside.
And they hurry up and throw way out to the right-hand sideline. He's got a block over there, and he gets a first down and all the way out of bounds, and that's Kevin Moore for a nice gain of about 15 for the Pirates, and it's down to the 15 of Western Hills.
Well, first time we've called Kevin Moore's name in this ball game, and Kevin Moore's an athlete. He's a junior. He's also the backup quarterback. We saw him a lot as a 10th grader last year in JV ball games. Kept him down there all year, and he is some kind of quarterback as well.
So first down for the Pirates again in the pistol at the right hash, and he runs it to the right and pitches it out to Mulholland. That was a pitch behind him, and it's on the carpet and recovered by Western Hills. I don't think they were on the same page there, Kevin, because when Young started that option to the right, Mulholland was not really in sync with him, and then he turned back, and Mulholland wasn't where Young thought he was supposed to be, and the pitch was errant. And turnover there for the Pirates as Western Hills jumps on it at their own 28-yard line.
Yeah, bad break for the Pirates on this opening drive because they were going right down the field. Again, I think you're right, Matt, that Mulholland didn't have the right kind of relationship between him and the quarterback. And Young was looking to pitch at one place, and he wasn't there. And then Mulholland not able to get on the ball. But defensively, Granbury coming out and talking to Sonny Galindo, he felt like the defense was stronger than the offense.
All right, so 3 wide receivers in the shotgun for Western Hills on their first snap, and the fake handoff up the middle is the quarterback, and he gets about 10 yards and a first down, taken down by Mulholland out in the secondary, and he gets a first down.
Well, we're going to see a whole lot of number 7.
That's Zach Smotherman, the returning starter.
Yeah, Zach Smotherman is their quarterback and the guy that moves their offense down the field. He's the best athlete they got, Matt.
Yeah, that was that zone read. He kept it in the belly of the running back as long as he could, and then pulled it back and took off with it. So now he's got 2 running backs, 1 to each side in the shotgun as Smotherman for Western Hills. And he drops back, throws it left, and in and out of the hands of their receiver. That's number 11, Kyle Sutton. And so second down and 10 for Western Hills coming up.
Well, again, the little jitters on the Western Hills side of the ball too. But Granbury going to come out and play a 4-3 defense. That's 4 down linemen and 3 linebackers. And on the inside is number 14, Brandon DeRuin. He's the middle inside linebacker. He's the captain of the defense. He's the guy that makes the decisions on what the plays are going to be.
So again, the same formation, shotgun with the running backs on either side of the quarterback and 2 wide receivers to his right. And we've got a little movement, and that's going to be a false start. Number 2, the receiver there for Western Hills, kind of jumped before the play was snapped.
Well, good break for Granbury. They're going to back him up right here rather than, I guess it's kind of.
That was a dead ball, yeah.
Dead ball foul, though. So we're going to have second down and 15 there.
And the ball is at the 34 of Western Hills. 9:23 left in the first quarter. Still no score. Granbury had that promising drive, but it ended with the unfortunate fumble there. And now there's a shotgun formation for Western Hills with one running back and two receivers to each side, and the 4 down linemen there for the Pirates. And Smotherman's going to take the snap, look to the left. Now he's flushed out. He runs, and he's almost brought down, and finally fights his way all the way forward for a 9-yard gain, and a late flag comes in. What did you see on the flag? Was that a face mask
I
or what
don't know, and there was a big pile of Granbury Pirates over there, so anything could be the case.
I think they're indicating maybe a block in the back against Western Hills.
And that could easily have happened because there were a bunch of Pirates over there, and Western Hills was coming flying in, so I could see easily where that would happen.
I think that foul is going to have occurred downfield. I don't think it's going to be marched off from way back where they snapped the football. So let's see where they mark this thing off. They basically mark it off right at the original line of scrimmage, and so they're going to be faced again with a replay of the original 2nd and 15 after that first flag was the false start. So 2nd and 15 upcoming, a replay of that down. Break for the Pirates again on the penalty on Western Hills. They've got the quarterback in the shotgun, trips to the right, one running back in the backfield to his right, and he's looking to pass, and he steps up and throws it over the middle wide open, and he's down to the 40. Oh, the ball comes out, and there's a big pileup, and I think the Pirates, I do believe the Pirates do have the football at their own 32-yard line. So that was Tyler Sutton, who just was all alone over the middle for Western Hills, and he had plenty of daylight. The ball stripped out, and were you able to get a number on the recovery, Kevin?
No, I didn't, but I'll tell you why we were wide open down the middle of the field, because we brought 3 guys on a blitz on the outside corner there, and they almost got there. But the problem is they didn't get there, and he was able to let one off down the middle of the field. What a break for the Granbury Pirates to get a turnover back on their side of the field. And Granbury, I know Coach Cheese is over there talking about let's finish this thing. Finish this drive right here.
So the Pirates are going to take over at their own 32. Again, they had a very promising drive to start out with. There's 8:43 left in the first quarter with 0 on both sides of the scoreboard. So now we've got a new running back in there for the Pirates, and that is Caden Davis behind Young, who's got, again, in the pistol formation with 2 wide receivers to each side, the ball on the far right-hand hash at his own 32-yard line, going right to left for the Pirates. And he's going to hand it off to Davis, coming around the left-hand side with a little bit of room, and he's down at the 5-yard line. Let's give him 2.5 on the gain to the left-hand side.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if the first about 20 plays of the ball game for both teams are already pretty much scripted out. To be honest, they may make some adjustments, and that's what you see when they look back to the sidelines after they line up, making some adjustments. But that's typical of what early in the season is what we would want to do.
So 2nd and 8, and he's looking to the left, and he finally found his man, and he's hit hard but holds onto the football. That's number 19, Logan Robinson, on the left-hand sideline. So nice play and nice hang on after the big hit.
Well, Logan Robinson, the move-in kid, 6'2", 165-pound junior, already gotten 2 targets. One of them should have gone for a touchdown, and that one was a great play down the sideline right there.
Good job hanging on. So the ball resting at the left hash on the 47 of Western Hills. Getting some instructions is Young, and barking out some instructions to his O-line as he is going to take the snap here from his center, Roel Sandoval, and hand off straight up the middle to Davis. He makes a no-man miss, and the ball pops out, and it's right into the hands of number 35 and for Western Hills. And so another turnover for the Pirates, and the tackle made by number 64, Cody Kraus, to avoid a big run back of that fumble recovery.
Well, early in the ball game on both sides, holding on to the football is key, and that you can always say about any early season ball game. You know, you haven't really played anybody. You don't know. This is the first time these guys have been in a game time situation. First time you're getting hit real hard. Somebody trying to take the ball away from you.
So 3 straight turnovers overall, 2 by the Pirates, 1 by Western Hills, and now they take over for their second possession of the game. Ball resting on the left hash going left to right at their own 35-yard line with the shotgun formation. 2 running backs in the backfield for Western Hills as Smotherman takes the snap, and he looks to the right, throws it out there to the right, and he's got some room there and tackled down. That's the guy who had fumbled before, Tyler Sutton. He's got a first down for Western Hills out at the 49-yard line.
Just a pass out in the flats. Neither team has really looked downfield. The pass to Robinson from Kyler Young from Granbury has been the longest pass in the ball game so far, and it was not more than about 10 or 15 yards.
So the ball at the 48 of Western Hills as they're going left to right with 2 wide receivers out to the left and 1 to the right, 2 running backs in the backfield next to the Smotherman in the shotgun formation as he takes the snap, looks left, finds a man again. That's Sutton. He's got a little block, and he's taken down for about a 6-yard gain. I'm going to say that looks like at the 47-yard line of the Pirates.
Yeah, that's that boundary back that we were talking about over there, the boundary corner.
So a nice tackle in open field there to avoid any more damage, and it was more of a gain of, I'm going to say, 5 yards for Western Hills as they huddle up and take it from the left hash at the Granbury 47-yard line. And again, 2 running backs in the backfield next to Smotherman in the shotgun formation with 2 wides to the right. And looks like press coverage for the Pirates. And now he chunks it deep and over the head of number 6, DeTraylon Floyd. So it looks like, Kevin, they got some short passes there, so Granbury went up kind of in a press, and they were really uptight on all the receivers and daring Western Hills to throw over the top, and they tried to do it and weren't able to connect.
Yeah, and that's what, as long as you can keep the whole game in front of you, I think Granbury will be happy. Even with the mistakes that we've made here early in the ball game, what you don't want to do is get one of those big hitting, long down the field plays.
So 3rd and 5 here for Western Hills, and they fake the handoff, and they've got a busted play, and they're going down in the backfield, and that's number 52, Drake Sanders, with, I don't know if you want to call it a sack. It was really a running play, and there was some miscommunication between the running back and quarterback, and a nice play for Sanders in the backfield.
Well, there are going to be mistakes in this ball game, and Granbury, it's going to be a matter, Matt, of who's going to capitalize on the biggest mistake in the ball game. But right now, neither team has gotten hurt with the mistakes that they've made.
So, in punt formation at midfield is Western Hills. I saw before in the pregame they snapped one over the punter's head. Let's see if they get a good snap off for Western Hills. A good snap, and the punt is an end over end, and it's going to take down to about the 18, 17-yard line for Mulholland. And we're going to take a real quick break and be back here in 30 seconds. And we're back from break, so Mulholland with a fair catch on that punt, and the ball resting at the 18-yard line on the right hash for Granbury, going from right to left with 3 wide receivers to the left in the pistol formation for Young, as he's going to take this snap from Sandoval, and he's going to run it to the right and tackle down for a loss in the backfield at about the 16-yard line. That looked like kind of a straight sweep by the quarterback, not really the option we'd seen before, Kevin.
Well, I don't think we're scared to let Kyler Young run the football, which he's very capable of doing. He's already run the ball several times in this ball game already.
Yeah, so 2nd down and 12, though, for the Pirates. And the handoff up the middle, and I can't tell. I believe that's number 30, Tyler Pippin. It is. And he gets not much. Actually, they're saying he lost a half a yard. He's back to the 15-yard line. So we've got it all to do. 3rd down and 13 at our own 15 for Young and the Pirates with trips to the right. Getting some instructions in from the sideline on this play. He's got 1 wide receiver out to the left. That's Logan Robinson. He's got 3 over there to the right-hand side, including the Joneses. And he's finally got everything instructed, and he's going to, he drew the guys offside. This may be a free play. He chunks it deep for Robinson on the left, and there's a lot of, there's flags down in the secondary, and there's a hat down by the referee. There's all kinds of commotion here. We may have multiple infractions on this play. We'll see.
Well, you didn't catch the ball, so I think the fact that he went out of bounds, I don't know how that's going to play into the pie. We didn't get, I see a flag back on the 15-yard line, so we may have gotten offsides to begin the whole, or encroachment to begin the whole thing. And like you said, Matt, if that's the case, then you got a free play and none of the rest of it matters.
I think that's what Young was thinking. He thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and take a shot here with a free play. I think they did draw him offside. Let's see what the referee signals here. So he does signal the offside against Western Hills decline. Pass interference, Western Hills, that's going to be accepted. So there's nothing about the receiver going out of bounds and coming back in. It was
although he did. That was what the hat was for.
Yeah. So the offside was declined. And they're going to march off here in just a second for the pass interference, and obviously that's going to give the Pirates a first down and 10.
Well, and that's a good break for Granbury with a 3rd and long right there. But those are the kind of things you got to have happen for you. Now you take advantage of it. You got a first down when you thought you might be punting the football. Granbury just really, I mean, if I look at it from a perspective of who's playing better in this ball, other than the 2 fumbles, Granbury has been able to move the football.
So they marched that one out to the 32-yard line for Granbury with 4:38 and counting left in the first quarter of play, no score. And Young is going to take this pistol snap here from Sandoval, and he's going to be back to pass, straight back to pass. He's going to find, he tried to dump it off on a little screen they'd set up for Mulholland, but he wasn't quite able to catch it.
Well, Mulholland got, unfortunately, didn't get hit by anybody else, had his right tackle, big Daniel Shelton, the right guard, was in his way, and he couldn't get to the football. Had he gotten there, he had plenty of room to run.
So 2nd down and 10. It was a nice play design, but just couldn't quite connect on it, and would have been a nice gainer, as you say. And so the trips to the left this time on the right hash for Young, and he's going to fake the rush and roll out, still looking. Now he's going to tuck it and get out of bounds, and he's got a gain of maybe 3 yards or so. He's out at the 36-yard line for the Pirates.
Yeah, penalty, I think, going to go again, probably a holding call against Granbury on this one.
Okay, I didn't see the flag, but yes, it is a holding against Granbury, so that's going to set us back and going to bring up a 2nd down and 20 yards for the Pirates. Whenever you're back there that long and trying to give your quarterback some time, you're going to lead to some of those holding calls, and that's what happened as he rolled out to the left.
Well, good smart play there by Kyler. I thought, the play had not developed downfield, and do the right thing. I mean, you're early in this ball game, still 0-0. Pull it down, run it, get what you can, and get to the next play. And rightfully, good job there by him.
So 2nd down and 20 for the Pirates at their own 22-yard line with 4 wide receivers, and now we've got some sort of a timeout on the field. And we do have a timeout. It's taken by Western Hills, and we'll take a timeout with them and be right back after this. So we are back from the timeout taken by Western Hills. 2nd down and 20 at their own 22 for the Pirates. No score here with 4:05 left in the first quarter of play. And it's going to be Young in the pistol formation with wide receivers 2 to each side. And he's going to look quick to the left, and that's not going to quite get there. Well, there was a trick play, and they're saying that was a backwards. That was on purpose. It was thrown down the field to Robinson, and that was thrown out there by Moore. And they bounced it. It was all planned, and it looked like it was a backwards pass, skipped on the ground, and threw it downfield to Robinson for a nice gain for the Pirates out to the 49-yard line.
Well, that's a
and handoff up the middle quickly out to Mulholland, and he's going to hang on in traffic and be down at about the 49-yard line. They're saying somebody's saying the ball came out, but the referees have not signaled a thing. Kevin, take us through that previous gimmick play by the Pirates.
Well, yeah, gimmick play, but first sort of, I guess, gambling play that we've had in the ball game. Coach Cheesy been really making good conservative calls, getting his guys into the field of the ball game. Felt like he had an opportunity right there, so that was by design. I'm going to throw it over there behind the line of scrimmage, so it's really a fumble when it hits the ground. It hits the ground, bounces up to him. We throw it downfield with nobody around.
So 2nd and 9, quick pump fake, and he's looking downfield again for Robinson down the left-hand hash, and he was well covered, and the ball was knocked down. No chance there for Robinson to make a play.
Yeah, no, Robinson was shaded away from, and the defensive back did a good job there because he was using the sideline to his benefit, and he was kind of muscling him over to the sideline, and he couldn't get back to the center of the field where the ball wound up.
So number 31, Head, is on there. Chris Head is on as the far left wide receiver on the line of scrimmage. There's 2 in the slot next to him, so trips to the left, and 3rd down and 9 for the Pirates. In the pistol formation again is Young, and barking out signals, and he's going to be taking the snap from Sandoval and he hands it off to Mulholland up the middle, and he breaks a tackle in traffic and gets a first down. An unexpected surprise call there for the Pirates on 3rd and 9, but it pays off.
Well, 3rd and 9, everybody in the country is thinking you're going to pass right there. Good time to pull it down, run a just a little
draw play,
but basically all it was, and hope something materializes, and guess what? It does.
So 39-yard line for the Pirates of Western Hills, 1st down and 10 at their 39, as we got 4 wide receivers, and he's back to pass, and he's going to dump it off over the middle. This time that connects on the screen to Mulholland, and he's going to be tackled down out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. So nice little gain for the Pirates on 1st down.
Well, just Granbury again, just dinking and dunking, simple plays, things that they've been able to work in this first 14 days with the Granbury Pirates. I mean, nothing fancy here other than the one trick play, and just simple football. And guess what? Simple football can move the ball down the field.
So 2nd down and 4, and here comes the option to the left, and he cuts it up, and he's got a 1st down and more, and he's dragged down eventually inside the 10-yard line. All the way down at the 8 is Young for the Pirates. And so now we're a 1st down and goal situation.
Well, you feel like you're in a great situation right here. We haven't had a chance to talk about him. Bryce Gentry from the soccer team is the kicker, and he's well inside his range.
Absolutely. Handoff up the middle, and that's over the goal line and into the end zone is Caden Davis for the first Pirate touchdown of this season.
And first Pirate touchdown of the Chad Cheesy era, and you take a lead in the first ball game at home against the Western Hills team, and boy, what a great feeling it must be for Granbury.
And as you said, it is Gentry in for the point after. I got to call some of the soccer playoff games, and I know he's a lethal scorer on the soccer field, and hopefully he can put it through here. And the kick is up, and it is good. So 7-0 Pirates with 1:54 left, and we'll come back after this break. 1:54 left in the first quarter of play. Granbury is leading 7-0 as they're about to kick off. Kevin, your thoughts on that last play for the touchdown?
Well, great touchdown drive for the Granbury Pirates, and just methodically moved down the field. Did put in the trick play in there, and got our first BMY score update as soon as the Granbury Pirates kicked this one off.
I hope you're going to mention that the Steelers are leading the Saints in preseason play 14-0 as Gentry is about to kick this thing off.
I was not even on page 1.
Okay, I had to squeeze that in. I'm sorry. So Gentry kicks it off deep and down the middle, and all the way back to his goal line is the returner number 14, and it's coming to the right, and he's going to be forced out of bounds. And nice coverage there on that kick, and he's about the 26-yard line. They're going to mark him out.
Yeah, BMY score update, our first one of the year, courtesy of Brian Thomas, school board president of the Toller Rattlers. Toller is up 14-7 over Crawford at the end of quarter number 1. Throughout the year, BMY will be handling all of our score updates, and so we appreciate the guys at BMY for what they do. You can find them right across from the Walmart. They are accounting services, financial services, payroll services. They do just about everything over there at BMY. They're yours truly's very own personal accountants.
And that's a lot of money to keep up with, isn't it, Kevin? So at the 27-yard line for Western Hills in the shotgun, trailing 7-0 to the Pirates, and he's going to fake the handoff and be thrown down for a loss. Nice play in the backfield. That's Drake Sanders.
Yeah, 52 Drake Sanders got in on that play from his left end position, and Sanders, I tell you, he's been teed up on a couple plays.
Tackles for a loss, yeah.
Yeah, that's right, and just missed a couple other ones in the backfield. So Sanders feels like he can just pin his ears back and go every time.
Yeah, that took a long time to develop there in the backfield as he was faking that handoff, and then was just out there kind of at Sanders' mercy as he's going to line up now on the right-hand side for the Pirates in their 4-3. And two wide receivers to each side for Western Hills as they face a 2nd down and 16. And back to pass, and looking deep down the right-hand side, and that's out of play and uncatchable. And so that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 16 for Western Hills.
Well, I promise you, everybody in the stands was watching that ball go down the field, but I was keying in on the offensive and defensive line, and Drake Sanders from his far defensive line position, is outside end, just came right over the top of the Western Hills guy and just flew like a loop-de-loop out there on the field. I'm glad to see he got up from that.
And that was Blake Jones on the coverage, so even if they would have been in bounds, there was no real chance for a catch for Western Hills with the coverage applied there by Blake Jones. So a 3rd down and long, 16 needed for Western Hills at the right hash mark at their own 20-yard line, and now we got another stoppage and play, a whistle, and
I think it's going to be a delay of game.
Is that a delay? Oh, they call the timeout. So Western Hills takes their 2nd timeout of the half, and we'll take it with them and be back in a minute. So we are back from commercial with 54 seconds left in the first quarter of play. 3rd and 16, back to pass Western Hills under some pressure. He dumps it off, and it's caught, but is smothered immediately. And that was Deruan on defense for the Pirates, and he actually lost the yard there, I believe, and they're at their 20-yard line and faced with a punt situation for Western Hills.
Well, Coach Sonny Galindo, new defensive coordinator, he came with Coach Cheesy. Actually, these two coaches coached together at Hico many years ago, and then I think they had a personal pact that said, whoever gets the first head coaching job, I'm going to come work for you. And so I know Coach Galindo is doing a fantastic job down there for the Pirates, and if you haven't seen his video on Granbury Sports, catch that one.
And back to punt, and it's a nice punt, but it's high and caught as a fair catch at the 44-yard line for Mulholland for the Pirates.
Yeah, Coach Galindo on Granbury Sports, he was down in the weight room before the season started, and, just talking about character. And, he had them, he was talking about this is how you act, this is how we're going to say yes, sir, and no, sir, yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. Down here in the field house, I know you know to do it down here, but the question is, what are you going to do when you're up in the classroom? Or what are you going to do when you're out in the community? Because there shouldn't be any difference between any of those three. Just a great example of what we want a coach to be and what we want them to teach our kids at Granbury High School.
So 1st down and 10 at the 45-yard line of Western Hills, starting out in plus field position. This should be the last play of the quarter. 5 seconds left for the Pirates. And in the pistol formation is Young, and he's going to hand it off. Coming to the left is Mulholland, and he's going to be taking down a horse collar. I believe they're going to call that a horse collar.
They got to call that a horse collar call right there, and that's going to take us to the end. Well, question, Matt, does the quarter end on that play?
I think they should run another play. I know that the half can't end on the defensive penalty, and I think the quarter shouldn't either. So personal foul, horse collar, and that's going to set Granbury into excellent shape here.
Yeah, they're going to take it on to the end of the quarter right there.
Okay, so he's marching it off here. He was down at the 46, so he had actually lost the yard, and they're stepping this thing off. And it's going to be down to the 31-yard line of Western Hills with no time left on the clock here in the first quarter. And we are going to go to a break. It is the end of the quarter, and we'll start it here in the second quarter at Granbury Radio. So here we are to start the second quarter of play. The Pirates at the 31-yard line after that horse collar call, and that sets them up 1st down and 10. First play of the second quarter upcoming. Granbury leading 7-0, going now left to right as we're viewing it from the home side of the stadium, and trips to the right, and he's going to take the snap and straight up the middle on this draw and up to the 20 and down. He's sliding down at the 17-yard line. The Red Sea parted there for Young, and he had a nice gain for the 1st down.
Yeah, just spread the whole field out right there. Was the Granbury Pirates spread it all the way out and able to go right up the middle. Dr. Chris Cheney, also on the board of Granbury Media, and I were talking at the break there.
And the pass is down the field, and sliding. Did he catch it? And no, they're saying incomplete, and he was looking over there for Logan Robinson to the left. Sorry about that, Kevin, to interrupt your story.
No, that's all right. Dr. Cheney was telling me that we're wearing ties on game day, which hadn't happened in a long, long time around Granbury High School. And these are the little things that the entire coaching staff are bringing in to really preach character in our school.
So 2nd down and 10 for Granbury, and the ball is resting at the 18-yard line of Western Hills. 7-0 Granbury with 11:37 left in the second quarter, trying to tack on some extra points to that lead as he fakes the handoff and runs around to the right and cuts it up to the middle and down at the 5-yard line for the first down is Young. Nice run by Young there.
Well, really with Kyler Young gives you 2 running backs in the backfield. Although you only have one lining up there in the pistol, he is very much a running quarterback.
So 1st down and goal at the 5, and fake the handoff, tosses it out to the left, and that's going to be number 7, Hunter Jones, the slot receiver. And Kevin, it looked like Western Hills was trying to get a guy off the field late, and they may have had 12 guys on the field.
Well, I certainly see a flag down in the end zone, and that's usually the guy that's counting hats back there, and I think he counted one too many.
Yeah, I think that Young probably saw that and tried to snap it as soon as possible. So they do have an illegal participation, and that's going to, I would assume, they're going to take the penalty here and not take the short gain. So it should still be 1st down and goal at about the 2.5-yard line for Granbury. And they've got Davis back in, Caden Davis at the running back position behind Young. And Davis, of course, is the one who scored the previous touchdown for the Pirates. Trips out to the left, and again, Davis lined up behind Young at the 2.5-yard line, 1st down and goal. And a bad snap, and he falls on it. He couldn't quite get down there and get it, and so he just did the safe thing at the 8-yard line and fell down on the ball.
Well, not just the safe thing, but the smart thing there. You didn't have it. You stuck his hand out, barely got it on the ball, and ball on the ground, just fall on it. Don't try to do anything fancy.
So he fakes the handoff and lobs it over everybody's head. That was actually 2nd down and goal at the 9. He was looking there for Hunter Jones, but he was under immense pressure, and the backfield was Young and basically threw that ball away.
Well, that's two plays back to back that didn't look like you wanted them to right there, Matt.
Yeah, that's definitely true. 3rd down and 9 at 3rd and goal at the 9 for the Pirates. And we've got 2 wide receivers to the left and 2 to the right. You hate to have a negative play when you're set up 1st and goal at the 2.5, and that's what we had there. So pistol formation for Young. Again, Davis is right behind him. 3rd down and goal at the 9 for the Pirates, and he's going to there's some motion before the snap. Another flag down. He lobs it up into the end zone, and almost coming down with it is Hunter Jones, incomplete. So I think that's going to be an offside penalty against Western Hills. Let's see how this thing gets sorted out. There was some movement there, Kevin. What did you see?
Well, I don't know whether or not they're going to call. Well, they would have already called it if it was against Granbury, because they would have called us for a false start. But
right, it does look like the play did go on, so they didn't whistle it before the snap. And hopefully this will be an offside against Western Hills. And it is an offside against Western Hills, so that's going to be, well, I'm not sure I've ever seen that. They call.
Well, you can't have it both ways.
Yeah, I mean they call an offside and then they call a false start. Maybe they're saying it was a formation or something violation, because they call it both ways, offsetting, which is highly odd. Again, this is the referee's first game of the season too, so give them a break. 3rd down and 9. At least we get that play over to try to score something here. 3rd down and goal at the 9. 10:30 left in the second quarter of play. Granbury trying to add to their 7-0 lead. Same formation from the left-hand hash, and it's going to be 2 wide receivers out to the left and 2 to the right. And getting some instructions in from the sideline now. I think Young is about ready to snap this ball. He's in the pistol formation again, as he's been all night long, and taking the snap from Sandoval, back to pass, looking to the right, under some pressure. He throws it up, and boy, the pressure on him, and he was hit right as he threw the football, trying to reach Rustin Beasley, but couldn't complete that pass, so that brings on the kicker to try to get the the 3 points here, Kevin?
Well, Bryce Gentry, we're going to get to see his first attempt as a field goal kicker. First chance he had to kick for an extra point was good, but this will be, what, Matt, about
They're going to put the ball down at the 17, so that'll make it a 27-yarder from the left hash. Should be well within his range. Again, he's a standout soccer player. And looking to get the first field goal of the season for the Pirates, and the kick is away, and it is up, and it is good. So 10-0 Pirates, 10:24 left in the second quarter, and we'll take a break and be right back. So back from the break on Granbury Radio and Granbury TV, 10:24 left in the second quarter of play, and Gentry's going to kick this ball off, and he's going to kick it deep, and it bounces around and is corralled at the 14-yard line, up the field to the 25, makes a move to the 30, to the 35, and taken down there, and that was Chris Head with the tackle at about the 40-yard line as the Pirates try to protect their 10-0 lead.
Well, Granbury had good field position right there and came away with 3 points, and that's better than nothing right there. And, you would like to have stuck it in, but anytime you get down in the red zone and come away with points, that's a good thing. And we count that as a win. And now Granbury has a 2-score lead, up 10-0. And, Matt, it seems like a while since the defense has been on the field.
Yeah, we moved the ball pretty well, and we've been moving it other than the turnovers. We've moved it all night. We have not had the punting unit out there tonight for Granbury, so just kind of shooting ourselves in the foot is the reason we don't have more points up on the board. And now the defense trying to keep it as a shutout. There's 3 wide receivers for Western Hills to the left-hand side on their own 40-yard line, right hash mark. Back to pass, looking to the left. He's got it over the middle and incomplete, just short of their receiver, Kyle Sutton.
Well, we're getting good pressure on the quarterback every time he drops back. That time it was 64, the right defensive end, Kraus, the 6 foot, 215-pound sophomore, and he really came off the corner hard that time going at the quarterback. Couldn't get there, but if we can keep that pressure up, Matt, that's good for Granbury. Going to make them make mistakes, which they did right there.
Same formation again for Western Hills with 3 receivers to the left on the right hash mark. And second down and 10, and some bobbling in the backfield, the ball on the carpet. There's a scrum for it. They never really got the snap well from the center in the first place, and I think Western Hills may have jumped on it, and he did, but I think he lost about a half a yard, so that's going to bring up third down, and I guess we'll call it 10 yards for Western Hills. 3rd and 11 maybe, so never really a good clean snap and catch of that snap in the shotgun for Smotherman, the quarterback for Western Hills. So I guess we'll call it 3rd and 10, still at the 40-yard line for Western Hills.
Yeah, big third down right here for the Granbury Pirates and defense. If you can score 3 points, come back and hold them right here on this series and get the ball back, should be with decent field position even after they punt the ball over to our side.
So now he rolls left and throws it out to the left and just outside the outstretched arms of Tyler Sutton. And so that's going to bring up another punting situation, the 3rd time of the night for Western Hills.
Yeah, and right there, 52 Drake Sanders, the left defensive end, was right in there on that play. We have had somebody in pressuring the quarterback on nearly every time that they've dropped back to pass.
So again, it's going to be Mulholland, and he's going to stand at about his own 30-yard line for this punt. And again, the 3rd time of the night punting for Western Hills. A nice defensive stand there for the Pirates. And looks like they might be coming after this one. And he gets it away, a nice punt. And another fair catch, and did he drop that ball? He did, and Western Hills is going to recover it at the Granbury 16-yard line. Mistake there for the Pirates, sets up Western Hills right there knocking on the door at the Pirates 16.
Yeah, big mistake right there by number 2, Mulholland. He would have done better just letting that ball go. He had people around him. He called for the fair catch and just didn't get a handle on it, and that's being out there on the island by yourself, and you can't blame it on anybody else. I mean, you've got to be that guy that you can count on. If you're going to wave fair catch, you've got to catch the football.
And it was a nice punt, and it kind of took him back, and he was drifting back into the side and tried to catch it over his shoulder and couldn't do it. So here we are, Granbury defense on the field again at the 15-yard line. The handoff, and he's going to come wide to the right and cut up to the middle. And still all the way angling towards the pylon, and the referee signals touchdown. So now we got a ball game, Kevin. 10-6. Granbury still leading Western Hills.
Well, I know that that's Western Hills capitalizing on that play by Granbury right there, and those are the kind of those are the mistakes early in the season that'll be backbreakers for teams, and we'll see how Granbury reacts to that later on in the ball game right here when they get the ball. But if they can get the ball back, come back down and score, well, okay, we made a mistake. If you let Western Hills hang around, this is a team that does have the ability to beat you.
So number 56 is on to try to get the point after for Western Hills, and the kick is up. It's low, but it's over the goal post and good. So 10-7, Granbury leads. We'll take a quick break and be right back on Granbury Radio. So back here at Pirate Stadium, 10-7, Granbury leading Western Hills, 9:02 left in the second quarter of play. Kevin, we were talking during the break about the wind picking up, and that might have been a factor in that fumbled punt.
Well, it certainly is blowing down the field. It's at the back of Western Hills, and that ball may have floated some on Mulholland right there, and as it was coming down the field, he certainly had a hard time getting a handle on it, and then it bounced another 15 yards down the field from there.
So definitely set them up with a short field, and they punched it in. So 10-7 as the kickoff comes from Western Hills, and it's out to the right-hand side. It bounces at about the 20, and is picked. Oh my word! It's still in bounds. It's a fumble. It's on the ground. It's all the way back and across into the end zone. It was all the way at the 20. I don't think they recovered in the end zone. Another mistake there by the Pirates.
They may call that a touchback.
They may, and that would be the luckiest break that we could ever imagine having, because we never actually had the football, and so it's not like he ran it out there and then got backwards and into the end zone for a safety. So I'm still waiting to hear if this is going to be a safety or a touchback. Very strange thing. It was bouncing on the ground. We tried to corral it there with Hunter Jones. Unable to do it. He was popped in the mouth. The ball went all the way back into the end zone. Nobody recovered it for Western Hills. And so now, I believe, they never signaled safety. They never put their hands over their head at all. So
no, I don't. I think it was neither a touchdown nor a safety. What it actually was the ball kept bounding and bounding, and luckily Granbury got it out of bounds in the end zone. So they're going to get the ball on the 25-yard, and it really is absolutely, as you say, Matt, the best of all outcomes for Granbury right there.
Right, because at first I thought, well, it might go out of bounds at our own 5-yard line. Now we're backed up in our own end, but the ball went all the way through the end zone and out. Very strange to have it bounce originally at around the 20 or 25-yard line and then go back at the end zone for a touchback. So Granbury set up. We've got 3 turnovers already and almost had a 4th, which would have been a real disaster there.
Well, watching that from up here in the booth, I can understand and why the Western Hills coaches are just livid. I mean, livid out there past the numbers talking to the referees because they feel like that should be their ball.
Well, they didn't recover it, so I guess they're arguing that should be a safety, and that they're still pleading their case because I don't think they ever had the ball in bounds, but they're not winning that argument. I believe the Pirates are about to start their next drive of the game. So 8:53 left, 10-7 is the Granbury lead as they go left to right into a wind. There's a crosswind, but they're also going into the wind too here on this drive as the wind is picked up.
Well, I think the Western Hills guys just finally gave up.
So the trips to the left for the Pirates, and the handoff straight up the middle, and he's got a little bit of room, and down the running back, and that is number 30, Tyler Pippin, with, I think, his second carry of the game.
Well, and a tough, hard tackle there, and a little bit of extracurricular shoving on the Western Hills inside linebacker right there. It's getting a little chippy. Of course, I can understand why they might be a little bit ticked after the previous play.
So 2nd down and 6 for Granbury. Ball in the middle of the field with a pistol formation. And he's going to go up the middle again, and that's Pippin again. Breaks a few tackles and drags some guys down all the way to close to the first down at the 35-yard line. And it is a first down for the Pirates. So nice job there of Pippin to fight through. And we've rotated 3 running backs in. Mulholland obviously plays a little bit in special teams and defense, so he's not going to get a lion's share of the carries on offense at running back for the Pirates. And we've got 2 wide receivers to each side. And again, Pippin in the backfield, first down and 10. And a quick throw out to the left-hand side. And couldn't quite get the block over there. That was Hunter Jones. He was looking for a block and was wrapped up quickly in the backfield, loss of 3.
Yeah, and I've been watching all of our running backs for Granbury. I can tell you probably the next most talked about thing on Monday morning is going to be both arms wrapping up the ball as we go into the middle. Not that we're loose, but we're not as tight as we should be around the football.
And again, pistol formation, 3 to the right, wide receivers, and he's going to fake the handoff. He's going to be in some trouble and throw it. That's in the area where I might think of grounding.
Well, they might, and I'm surprised they don't think about it.
And certainly the coaching staff for Western Hills again is yelling, it looks like, at the officials. There was really no Pirate receiver anywhere in the neighborhood when Young unloaded that ball.
I think you're going to call them over and say, did the ball go past the line of scrimmage? Because it was, as you said, it definitely was in the area of intentional grounding. But as long as he got the ball past the line of scrimmage, we're okay.
Well, there's 2 issues there. Was the ball past the line of scrimmage? Was he out of the box there, kind of the outside edge of where the tackles line up? I don't think either one of them was the case, to be honest with you. I think Western Hills has every right to think that this should have been a grounding, and they're still huddled up talking about it. But I've never seen a yellow hanky on the field. And there it comes. That's the latest, about the latest grounding call you're ever going to see, but I think it ultimately was the right call.
Yeah, it's not a surprise there. Well, not only is the problem intentional grounding there, you lose the distance there, but you also lose the down, and so Granbury getting backed up even further. I think they just like to, try to get what you can get on this third down play right here, get back somewhere where you can punt the ball past the 50 and get it out of your end of the end zone and just have a chance for the defense to get back out on the field and get the ball back.
So that's going to take the ball all the way back to the 18-yard line of the Pirates, and it's going to be a third down and forever, needing to get to the 45-yard line are the Pirates. So a pistol formation here, and he's back to pass, and he's going to throw it over the middle. He's got a man, and that's Hunter Jones. He's still short of the first down yardage, but he is out to the 34-yard line, so at least a better position for an eventual punt.
Sure, a good pickup, and now I'll get the chance to talk about, I think you're going to be a little bit surprised how we line up for punts right here.
Well, speaking of which, I think there may be some confusion about what down it is. Obviously, we had that lost down, as you said. The down marker on the far side says 4th down. We're lined up as though we're ready to go for it on 4th and 11 at our own 39-yard line. And maybe he's going to do a quick kick. He is kind of lined up deeper than he normally would be in the pistol. He's young. And he is going to punt that football, and a nice punt, too, with nobody back there. That's going to bounce and keep bouncing inside the 25 to the 20, about the 25. So a nice punt there by Young, and we're going to go to break. Pirates up 10-7. And we are back from break here on Granbury Radio and Granbury TV. At the 25-yard line, Western Hills takes over on the left hash. They are trailing the Pirates 10-7 with 6:18 left in the second quarter of play. 2 running backs to either side of the quarterback Smotherman for Western Hills, and he's not expecting the snap, and the Pirates fall on the football. Another mistake, and that was number 52, Drake Sanders, who's made several big plays tonight for Granbury.
Yeah, Drake Sanders just coming up big right there for the Granbury Pirates. It's one of those things where the momentum changes. Going back to the punt, Granbury quick kick right there, but that's by design. That's the way we want to do it because it doesn't allow you to have a man back. That ball rolled down the field quite a bit further than it would be if somebody was back there to receive it, puts it deep in their territory, and then bang, something magical happens, and guess what? We come up with a football. And now here we are. After one play, we're inside the 20.
Yeah, knocking on their door at the 16-yard line, first down and 10 for the Pirates. It wasn't really a bad snap. The quarterback just was not ready for it, and some miscommunication between the center and the quarterback benefits Granbury. So Young out there, Mulholland back in the game, and we're getting some late personnel on. We're sending on Blake Jones as a slot receiver late, and now we're calling a timeout. So coaching staff not happy about the personnel grouping, and they had to call a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them on Granbury Radio with 6:12 left in the second quarter of play. So Granbury back after the timeout there. First down and 10 for the Pirates. 6:12 left in the second quarter of play, and it's Young in the pistol with Mulholland behind him, trips to the left. And he's going to face some pressure up the middle. He's going to dump it off on the screen. Nice call. Some room out there to the right. Cuts it inside and tripped down at the 11-yard line. So a nice gain there on first down. He almost eluded that tackler, and that could have put him in the end zone.
Well, Coach Cheesy a little frustrated right there on that last play where he called timeout. It was the right call to call timeout. You had people out of position. But I think he had the situation he was looking for was the reason why he was frustrated.
And we went hurry up there on that next play. It was a handoff straight up the middle to Mulholland, right into the middle of the line, and he got it down to about the 8-yard line, 9-yard line. They're going to spot it. They got some soccer lines out there, so right in there you've got a yellow line and a white line, hard to spot. But third down at about 3, it looks like, and now Mulholland is limping, and he's going to need some medical attention.
Yeah, Mulholland's going to, yeah, he was limping off, and I don't think this is a cramp type situation. He got hit pretty hard carrying the ball up there in the middle, and so the referee smartly take an injury timeout right there. He just will come off the field. We'll stay right here, but Mulholland gets up and comes on off the field.
So he does get off of the field under his own power, but hopefully he won't be in too much trouble with the injury. And a quick water break on the field, and now we're about ready to start the clock again with 5:22 left in the second quarter of play. Granbury facing a third down and 3 at the 9-yard line of Western Hills. So possible 4-down territory if you're thinking that way. We need to get 3 yards to get the first down and make it a first and goal situation.
I don't know. I mean, I've got a kicker who's 1 for 1. I don't know that I'd call it 4-down territory.
Well, we'll see. We'll just pick it up here. So pistol formation for Granbury, and the handoff. Fake the handoff around to the left, and Young has the first down, and the helmet goes off, but he's down inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. So a nice fake of the handoff and the keep there by Young, and he comes off the field. That's just that rule, Kevin, where if you lose your helmet, you got to miss the next play. So he's not injured, I don't believe. They're just getting the helmet back on.
No, we'll see Moore in for one play right here. I would fully expect Moore to run with the football, but he is certainly capable of doing anything in the playbook.
So it's Kevin Moore, number 10, in for the Pirates at quarterback for just this one play as Young sits out. And it's going to be number 42, Caden Davis, who had scored the earlier touchdown for Granbury. First down and goal at the 4. Last time we were here, we had that negative play on the snap that was not corralled correctly, and we got another timeout for Granbury as they talk this one out and get Young hopefully back into the game. So it's a timeout on the field, 4:34 left in the second quarter. Granbury leading 10-7 on Granbury Radio and Granbury TV. We'll take a quick break. All right, so back from the timeout there for the Pirates. That was their second of the half. So it's first down and goal at the 4-yard line, 4:34 left in the second quarter. Granbury trying to punch this in the pistol formation is Young, and he's going to option to the right. He's got it to Davis, and he's going to walk in uncontested for his second touchdown of the game, and Granbury is now up 16-7.
Well, good use of, I'm going to say, Matt, good use of timeouts right there by Coach Cheesy. All right, you're early in the season. You're in the first half of a ball game. You don't need to take any of those things to the locker room. Why not take a couple timeouts, get the team settled down, and look what happened. We settle the team down, and we get in the right position, and we go in and score. Good, smart coaching by the Granbury staff.
And because of the timeout, able to get the quarterback back on, and that was Gentry, and it goes off the upright and no good. So 16-7. And 4:29 left in the second quarter play. Granbury ahead by 9 points here, Kevin. So back from the break are the Pirates. Gentry about to kick off after the last point after attempt hit the left upright. So Granbury leading 16-7, 2 touchdowns by Davis, Caden Davis for the Granbury Pirates, and they're going to be kicking off into the wind here. And he boots it deep and down the middle, and it's going to be fielded about the 8-yard line on the run out to the right-hand side, and going to be finally tackled down near the out-of-bounds mark at the 37 or 8-yard line for Western Hills, and that's where they're going to set up play to start their drive here in the second quarter.
Well, Granbury, 4 minutes and 21 seconds left in this first half of play. I'd love to just find a way to get to the half with what I've got right now. I feel like I've overcome some mistakes. I feel like I've capitalized on some opportunities, and I feel like I'm got this game in hand.
Yeah, we definitely feel pretty good as Colton Colley. We're seeing him out there for one of the first times tonight on the left defensive end. The handoff is straight up the middle and down in a heap at the 46-yard line, so a nice gain of 7 for Western Hills on their first play of that drive.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of Granbury Pirates in the ball game. I mean, we've seen a lot of personnel coming on and off the field. Like you said, Colley, first time we've seen him on the field tonight, but not going with just 22 guys and nobody else, and that may be a product of having to play some guys both ways too.
Right, we're seeing Jordan Wilkerson out there in the corner and Austin Stewart in the secondary at the safety position for Granbury right now. And the snap is high but corralled and thrown deep down the right-hand side. He's got, boy, he was probably thinking about what touchdown dance he was going to do, and the ball went kind of over his head and through his arms out there on the far right-hand side. So Western Hills had an opportunity there for a big play and could not convert. Yeah,
really and truthfully, that was just being out to lunch right there and waiting for the ball to come. And, man.
That was number 6 to Traylon Floyd for Western Hills on the far right-hand side. Had a step on the last man there for the Pirates and could have made a big play. So now, trips to the right-hand side, third down and about 3 needed for Western Hills at their own 46-yard line. And fake the handoff, comes to the right. He's got it on around the right edge and slides down his Smotherman for Western Hills at the Granbury 44-yard line. 3:31 left in the second quarter of play. Granbury up 16-7, trying to hold Western Hills on what may be their last possession of the game for the Cougars.
Well, the first half anyway.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It may be the last position for the Cougars in the first half, as it's 3:22 and counting with first down and 10 for Western Hills. And they've got 2 running backs to either side of Smotherman in the shotgun formation. And they fake the handoff, fake another pitch, and he takes it himself to Smotherman out to the right hand and out of bounds at the 38-yard line. A nice little gain of about 6 there for Western Hills.
Well, Western Hills would like to just the same thing they want Granbury. They'd like to go down the field, score right here, and go in at halftime, having chipped away at Granbury and put this thing back to a 2-point ball game. But,
Well, Cody Kraus back in there at the left defensive end position for the Pirates, and they've got 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 2 running backs in the backfield next to Smotherman, the quarterback, and he's going to run it to the right, a sweep, and there's going to be a flag down. He's got plenty of running room inside the 30 down to about the 25, and another late flag out there on the sideline. That could be a late hit of some kind, so let's see how they assess the damage. What did you see there, Kevin, as far as
I don't know.
That was definitely
it's certainly going to be a personal foul against somebody. Now the question is, who's it going to be against?
Right, that's on the far side, so the side furthest away from us up in the box on the Granbury home side. But there's also maybe a hold or something in the backfield as the play was developing. So let's see how they sort this thing out. The Pirate players are pointing in the other direction to indicate that maybe it's against Western Hills, but let's see. So the referee comes out, and instead of telling us what's going on, he's going to signal to another linesman what's going on. Eventually we'll get a call, and here we go. Okay, we got an illegal block below the waist, a chop block, and we've got a late hit personal foul against Granbury. So offsetting penalties there. So The chop block obviously is going to bring that back, and then the late hit out of bounds, unfortunate, so those offset. I believe that should be a second down again for Western Hills. Let's see where they spot the football.
One of those things where they're going to step it off and step it right back, man.
Yeah, I think that's what the linesman is indicating to the referee. You're just going to come back to the same place eventually, aren't you?
Well, maybe he's faking stepping it off. He's not going to go all the way.
Yeah.
He probably took about 3 or 4 steps. This don't make a lot of sense.
Right.
That I'm going to step this off 15 yards one way, and I'm going to turn around and walk it 15 yards back the other way to get right back to where I was.
Well, he did indicate first down, though, at the end of it. So I believe what they're trying to say here is that even though the yardage offsets, the illegal late hit is going to give them a first down. So they've given a first down, but now Granbury calls a timeout. So first down and 10 with 2:58 left for Western Hills. We'll take a quick break and be right back. So we're back from break. After all the penalties were sorted out, it is a first down for Western Hills at the Granbury 33-yard line. Going right to left are the Cougars, wearing their green jerseys, or green pants and white jerseys, rather. And 2:58 left in the second quarter of play. And he's going to fake the handoff. Oh, he does hand it off. He's pretty slick back there. It's sometimes hard to follow, but it's a short gain of about a yard and taken down by a couple of Pirates, including Jordan Wilkerson on the left edge.
Yeah, that's River Moore, the running back that he gave it to right there.
So second down and 9 for Western Hills, and he's going to fake it and run out to the right. He's going to elude some traffic. The ball is on the turf again, and the Pirates have jumped on it. And I'm trying to make out who it was. It looks like it may have been Blake Jones recovering that football. So he was in traffic in the backfield. There was the quarterback, Smotherman, and the ball popped out, and Granbury opportunistic at their own 35-yard line, taking over, first down and 10.
Well, what you didn't see right there on radio was yet another good timeout by Coach Sonny Galindo right there. Felt like something wasn't right with the defense. Take a timeout. Let's talk about it for a minute. And guess what? Good thing. That's 3 good plays that have come out of timeouts by the Granbury Pirates. 2 of them great plays, 1 for a touchdown, and now the fumble recovery when Western Hills is moving the football.
So as you mentioned, they have used 3 timeouts, and now in a bit of a hurry-up that might be with 2 minutes, 30 seconds left at their own 35. No timeouts for the Pirates, leading 16-7. Are the Pirates going left to right, and he's back to pass as Young under some traffic and trouble and dumps it out. This time it's not going to be a ground. Well, they're throwing a flag. This time I don't think there should be, because he's outside the tackle box and the ball clearly went past the line of scrimmage. So I don't know what that penalty would be all about. Is there anything other than grounding that could possibly be, Kevin? What did you see out there?
Yeah, I think they might. I'd like to from at least think about whether or not they're going to wave that off.
He was throwing the football away. There was no Pirate receivers in the neighborhood out there, but that, to me, that's not a good call. So earlier they took forever and made the right call against Granbury. This time they made a quick call right away, and I don't think it was the appropriate one. But the second grounding now for the Pirates is going to set them way back. Well, no, they're only going to mark it off where the grounding occurs. So that's only going to be a 5-yard penalty against Granbury. So
I'm like you, Matt. Now I don't think I believe that the call was right the first time around on the one that they took quite a while, but not there.
Not there. It was past the line of scrimmage. He's outside the tackle box, but oh well. 2nd and 15 for Granbury, and he's going to hand it off to Mulholland with room, cutting back across the field all the way. He's going to pick up a block on the far right-hand edge, out past midfield, and tackled down out of bounds at the 45 of Western Hills. So we caught him there on 2nd and 15 with a nice run by Mulholland.
Well, not only did you catch him, you flipped the field, and on top of all of that, you get out of bounds to stop the clock.
All right, so 2:14 left for Granbury as they try to get some more points before halftime, capitalizing on that fumble by Western Hills. So first down and 10 at the 45 of Western Hills Cougars, and Granbury in the pistol formation, and he's looking And he's got his wide receiver, his big wide receiver. That's Logan Robinson on the right-hand side, but not a whole lot. Maybe 3 yards for the Pirates.
Well, Logan Robinson was very much his favorite target in the scrimmage against Stephenville.
I apologize. That was 16 Beasley who actually caught that ball. And now the ball's on the carpet again, and Mulholland gathers it in. The snap there was low as they were going hurry up, and we just had to jump on the football. So now it's going to be a 3rd down and 14 at the 49 of Western Hills. They've got it all to do with 127 left and counting in the second quarter. So 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left, 119 and counting now for the Pirates. Young in the pistol formation, and he's going to be looking back to pass. Still looking, flushed out of the pocket to the right, and he dumps it off, and nice catch there by Beasley, and he's out of bounds also. So it's not enough for the first down, but brings up a decision for Coach Cheesy with about a 4th and 3 left at the 38, I'm going to call it.
Yeah, great catch by Beasley over here. He just kind of reached up as he was spinning around. Looks like he got a little bit dinged up over there on the sideline, but he'll be able to shake it off and get back in this ball game. Beasley was last year's backup quarterback, Matt. We saw him sparingly throughout the season, but he is a very good athlete.
Now they're marching. Oh, okay. There was an offside that I didn't see originally, and so what Cheesy decided to do, even though it was not going to be as much gain, there was a 3rd and 14, so there was an offside against Western Hills, and he decided rather than be faced with a 4th down and 3, he'd rather have a 3rd down and about 9. So the ball is at the 44-yard line of Western Hills. So 3rd and 9, that catch was erased, but we get the extra down out of it. And he's going to be an option play to the right, and he's going to cut it upfield. And dragging tacklers is Young down to the 42 maybe. So similar position to where we would have been in the first place. 51 seconds left and counting, so got to hurry up a little bit. This is 4th down for Granbury, 4th and 2, and now Western Hills is going to call a timeout to talk this thing over, and we'll take a break with Western Hills. 43 seconds left here in the second quarter of play. So 4th down and 2 for Granbury at the Western Hills 42, coming off that timeout for Western Hills, and it's going to be another option to the right, pitch out to Mulholland, and he's going to have that first down at the 34-yard line. Didn't get a whole lot, but just enough. And are we going to have another? Well, no, there was not. Yeah, they are going to call offside. There was an offside. I never saw the flag, but they're mentioning offside. There's 37 seconds left in the second quarter of play.
So you're going to get the first down one way or the other.
Yeah, they are, and they'd rather have the 5-yard. Now they're going to decline it. I didn't think Mulholland had 5 yards of yardage. They only gave him 3 yards. I don't understand that. We took a 3-yard gain by Mulholland rather than a 5-yard offside, but nevertheless, it's a 1st down and 10 for Granbury on the right hash, and that clock is going to be ticking after the chains are set. So the ball at the 34 and 37 seconds left for Granbury out of the pistol formation. And he's going to take the snap. He's going to drop back, looking over the middle. He's got a man, and he catches it in traffic. That's a nice play. Hunter Jones going low to catch that ball inside the 20-yard line.
Well, right up the middle there, and a good catch by Hunter Jones. Exactly what we need. He kind of squatted down between 2 defenders so that he could catch it and nobody else could.
So 15-yard line in the hurry up. Not much time left for Granbury. And it's Young barking out some signals here. And 19 seconds left on the clock, and he's going to be looking to the right and through the hands of Kevin Moore. Didn't really have a lot of room to run anyway there.
No, and that's one of those ones you don't have any timeouts right there. If Hunter Jones doesn't get out of bounds right there, and he was well inside the field of play, if he doesn't get out of bounds, and all of a sudden you've shot yourself in the foot for this half, and you should be within the leg distance of Gentry, even if you don't score, let's kick a field goal here.
So 2nd down and at the 15-yard line, back to pass, throwing it into the end zone, lobs it up, and some miscommunication on that route. It was number 10, Kevin Moore, breaking it off right at the edge of the end zone, and Young was going for more of the back corner of the end zone. So this is going to bring out, they're going to not take any more chances here. There's 9 seconds left, and they're going to put out Gentry. And I've noticed the wind has slightly changed. It's definitely gusting, and it's really from one side of the field, kind of a crosswind. It's not really in his face as much anymore. It's really just from his right to left as Gentry tries to get 3 points on for the Pirates. And the snap is down, and it's up, and it is good. So 19-7 Granbury as we go into a break. 19-7, 7 seconds left in the second quarter of play. So a nice finish there to hopefully a finish to the half. We don't expect any more scoring and 7 more seconds here in the second quarter. So 19-7. Been plenty of penalties and turnovers from both teams. But despite the mistakes, Granbury has capitalized a little bit more and been a little sharper overall than Western Hills. Kevin, your thoughts as we are about to get into halftime?
Well, I'm certainly very pleased with the first half of play, even with the mistakes that Granbury's had. I thought that good decisions by the coaching staff to slow the ball game down when they needed to, collect everybody. We used up all our timeouts, and all the ones we used were in great situations, and all in all, I'm very pleased with the first half of play of the Chad Cheesy era at Granbury High School.
So Bryce Gentry, this may be a squib with only 7 seconds left, and he approaches it and does squib it, and it bounces around down to the 20-yard line, inside the 20, and he's going to come out and tackle, almost tackle. He's going to be forced out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. And that's going to do it for your first half of play. Your Granbury Pirates here at home defending their home turf against Western Hills. It's 19-7. And Kevin, at halftime, we're going to come back in a little while.
Got a couple visitors at halftime tonight.
We are. We're going to have our superintendent, Jim Largent, come and meet with us.
And the mayor's coming up to see us.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll be back right after this break with a couple of special guests. And we are back for the second half of play here on Granbury Radio and Granbury TV. The Pirates leading 19-7. We had a couple of nice interviews. Without me in the booth there, Kevin, I'm glad you were able to handle halftime while I was able to chill out. But anyway, a couple of nice interviews with Nen Hewlett and the superintendent, Jim Largent. And Granbury's about to start the second half of play with the ball on the tee going left to right, leading 19-7 and kicking off to Western Hills.
Well, I know that both of those two guys that were just in the booth with us are very proud and didn't get to say everything that they're proud of what work that's gone on between the city and the county to bring this facility together, and just everything, the partnership that continues to thrive in this community, and we're able to move forward because of those partnerships.
So the kickoff by Gentry is a little shorter, and it's going to be fielded on the right-hand side up to the 30 to the 35, bounced off a tackle, and eventually brought down by a few Pirates, including number 21, Colton Dovers, and that's at the 39 or 40-yard line for Western Hills. That's where they set up shop to start the second half of play.
Yeah, Colton Dovers, the 6 foot, 175-pound sophomore boundary back out there, and he's doing a fantastic job. Just got the weather forecast. It's 80 degrees down there, and the wind seems to be picking up a little bit. That's certainly not August football in Texas, is it, Matt?
It's almost a little chilly, isn't it? But it's nice up here in the booth in the nice AC. So first play from scrimmage for Western Hills Harbor on their first drive of the second half, and the handoff sweep to the left, and he's going to bounce it outside, gets a block there, and eventually taken down there by Braden DeRuin, but a nice gain on first down for Western Hills, 8 yards on that play.
Well, and no, both teams have had a chance to go back into the locker room and assess what happened in the first real half of play they've had all season. And Western Hills come out and they're probably thinking, we want to run the football a little more. Granbury comes out and probably think we want to run the football some more too, but we want to make sure that you don't run it at us all night long.
So second down and 2 at the 48 for Western Hills, and the handoff straight up the middle, bouncing around and taken down there. Again, DeRuin on the tackle, and they're going to give him forward progress close to a first down, and now they're going to go ahead and give it to him. And
I think that's a little bit charitable right there.
Yeah, that's just the referee saying, we don't really want to measure. That's too much of an inconvenience. So they're gonna give him forward progress and the 2 yards. and they're not going to measure. So it's midfield, first down and 10 for Western Hills. And 10:45 and counting in the third quarter of play. Granbury leading 19-7. And there's two running backs in the backfield next to Smotherman, the quarterback for Western Hills, and he's going to hand it off, and he's going to fake the handoff and sweep in around the right end and be out of bounds for a 5-yard gain outside those tackles and out of bounds for Smotherman and Western Hills.
Well, I've seen 3 runs. I've seen 3 runs so far, and I don't see any kind of even a threat to throw the football is Western Hills, but although they did throw the football quite a bit in the first half of play, and Granbury's going to have to find a way to stop this running game of Western Hills, but at the same time, I like to see that clock keep on ticking.
That's right. So second down and 5 for Western Hills, and the handoff to the left. He cuts it up the middle, and he's got a gain to the 35 to the 30 and brought down at the 30-yard line. And they're still untangling, and that's Davis on the tackle, Caden Davis, and that was number 33 for Western Hills, Hayden Miller, with a nice gainer.
Well, you know, it's obvious Western Hills' adjustment at the half was to say we're going to come out and run the football. They've run it on 4 straight plays, but maybe trying to set up some kind of down-the-field pass.
Well, they've been a lot more effective on the ground overall tonight than through the air. But first down and 10, 30-yard line up Granbury, knocking on the door here, and they fake the handoff and sweep around the left end, and that took forever to develop, and brought down again by number 52, Drake Sanders, his third, I believe, tackle for the loss tonight.
Yeah, just coming in, slicing in from his left defensive end. He's just following the play down the line of scrimmage. Nobody put a hat on him. He was able to slice in there and make the play.
So the ball at the left hash now, second down and 12, loss of 2 on that last play. Just took a long time to develop, and several purple shirts in the backfield, swarming the quarterback, number 7, Smotherman, for Western Hills. So again, 2 running backs in the backfield. They've been in shotgun all night long. All their snaps have been in the shotgun for Western Hills. And the handoff to number 14 coming around the right and still fighting for yardage, and now in a scrum and being brought down, and a host of purple shirts there, but he did get about 5 maybe down to the 27. That was again Drake Sanders in on the tackle along with several other Pirates. So this is going to bring up an interesting third down, and they could be thinking 4-down territory here with the ball at the 27 of Granbury. So 3rd and 7, possible 4-down territory for Western Hills Cougars as they trail the Pirates 19-7. And again, 2 running backs in the backfield with 8:36 and counting on the clock in the third quarter. 2 wide receivers to the left, and the snap is back, handoff up the middle, and he's taken down, and that is number 65 for Granbury, Jason Umanzor, who's been a backup, but a nice play there. And a couple of other Pirates in on that. I think Hayden Heath may have been in on that as well. So 4th down and 8 after the loss of a yard. And looks like they are going to be going for this. Finally, the first pass of the third quarter for Western Hills, you think, Kevin?
Probably so, but just like we did earlier in the ball game, don't be surprised if you see a draw play.
So the crowd is getting into this, and it's 4th down and 8, and he's going to hand it off up the middle on the draw, like you said, and he does gain about 5, but they are not anywhere close to the first down range. So a turnover on downs, and the Pirates take over at their own 23.
Yeah, you know, when everybody's thinking pass, that's when you run the draw play, and we did it earlier in the ball game to our benefit, got a first down when we needed it. Western Hills tries to do the same thing, but, you know, we have that playbook. So, Matt?
Yeah, it's a reasonable gain of 5 yards, but they needed 8, so that's a long way to go on 4th down with a running play. So 7:39 left in the third quarter of play, 19-7, and it's going to be Young for the Pirates, taking over with the lead, and that wind blowing kind of across. He's moving left to right, and it's a crosswind from his right to left. Trips to the left, ball in the middle of the field at the 23-yard line, moving a guy in motion here, and he's going to fake the pass and run up the middle on the draw. He's got room, And he's got a nice first down there for about 12 yards out to the 35.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like about that play, I'd like for Kyler to recognize, hey, I'm fixing to get hit. I'd like for him to, he can slide.
Yeah, he can, but this is not the NFL, and you don't see a ton of sliding here in high school football. So a nice gain there for Kyler, and it's at the 36. They're going to spot it for the Pirates with trips to the right in the pistol formation and the fake handoff, and looking all over, there's a flag down, and he throws it to nobody in particular, out of bounds to the left under some pressure. What'd you see on the flag?
I'm thinking that's going to have to be some kind of offsides there.
Yeah, it was at the snap. I didn't really see any movement by Granbury. I think the play counted. Let's see what they do here on this penalty. And while they're talking it over,
now they're pointing at Granbury. So
okay, maybe it was a formation violation, or maybe the man in motion. Maybe the man in motion was moving forward at the snap. I'm not real sure, but they are going to call some type of a false start or a motion penalty on Granbury. So that's going to be setting Granbury back 5 yards to make it 1st and 15 at the 31. Granbury was penalized 3 times in the first half, not counting the offsetting fouls that they called twice. Twice for grounding and 1 for holding, and now this false start here early in the third quarter of play. Trips to the right for Granbury, ball at the left hash for Young, barking out signals, and he's looking to the right to pass, and he's going to throw it over the middle in traffic, and Kevin Moore unable to come up with that football, and a little bit of a borderline interference. The guy was kind of there early.
Yeah, he certainly had his hand on Kevin's back there, right there, and that could have gone our way, but didn't. And, Granbury.
Well, that was a 1st and 15. So now 2nd down and 15. Again, 3 receivers to the right in the pistol formation, and now getting in some instructions from the sideline. And that far receiver on the right hand is Beasley, as Young is looking to take this snap from Sandoval. And he's going to option left and keep it, and he's got some room and taken down for about a 5.5-yard gain, maybe 6. And now there's another sort of timeout. I'm not sure what the holdup is this time. I'm not sure. Still looking around. The referees talking to each other.
Well, Granbury clapping like this one's going to go against Western Hills.
Did you see a flag? I didn't see anything yellow down there on the field.
Well, the guy's got the football in the hand like he wants to step something off.
Yeah, they're acting like it was an offside against Western Hills, and I think that's what they're going to call. So we're going to take that, obviously, because it's about the same distance, but it'll give us a down over. So that should bring up about a 2nd and 10, right? It should. Right now, the down marker is set at 3rd down, but we should get that down over and should call that a 2nd down and 10. Yes, he has changed the down marker. So 2nd and 10 coming up for the Pirates. In the first half, Kevin, I took down some notes here. I might as well use it if I wrote it all down. They were penalized, not including the offsetting fouls, for offside, too many men, a horse collar, a block in the back, an offside again, and a pass interference. So number of fouls on Western Hills in the first half, helping the Granbury Pirates out.
Yeah, but they're not predictable, man. They're not predictable.
Okay, so 2nd down and 10 for Granbury. 2 receivers to each side. In the pistol is Young, and he's back to pass, looking to the right, and he's going to throw it over the middle, and he's got Beasley, and the ball bounces out. Nice play defensively for Western Hills. He arrived right when the ball arrived and knocked it out.
Good timing there. Beasley had it in his belly, but just got it knocked out by a hard hit by the cornerback for Western Hills. That would have been a 1st down play.
So 3rd down, and it looks like actually 9.5 maybe. The ball is at the 37 on the far left hash for Granbury, moving left to right with 6:51 left in the third quarter. And Young in the pistol formation and back to pass, looking around. He's got a man over the middle, and he's up to grab it, but just over his head was Hunter Jones, and that's going to bring out a punting situation for Granbury. Let's see if they do that little quick kick punt again.
I expected to. That's the way they're going to punt the football all year long. And what he's doing is, when you're doing the quick kick, which is basically the quarterback's going to take about 3 steps further back than what he normally is. The running back, who is currently in the pistol behind the quarterback, he's going to step up as the up man. And if we see a situation we like, we're going to throw the football. Otherwise, we're going to kick it away.
Here it is, the punt from Young. It's high. This time they do have a man back, but it bounces in front of him and rolls a few yards out of bounds at the 30. And we're going to take a quick break at the 6:35 mark. We'll be back on Granbury Radio just in a minute. And we're back from the commercial break, and it's Western Hills at their own 30, and the handoff up the middle, and he's looking for some room and swarmed under by several Pirates as he gets a gain of about 4 on first down for Western Hills. Thank you for those thoughts, Kevin. It's 2nd down and 6. He's not the best color man in the business for nothing, ladies and gentlemen. And so Western Hills Cougars in the huddle with 6:14 and counting. Sorry, I borrowed a line from Major League, one of my favorite movies.
I know you borrowed a line. Yeah.
All right. So 2nd down and 6 for the Cougars. And they've got 2 wide receivers to the left, and they're going to hand it off straight up the middle. And brought down by number 53, Kalen Wood. We haven't called his name tonight. And that's going to bring up another 3rd down for Western Hills. Continued priceless analysis from Kevin Myers. We appreciate that. His mind is elsewhere right now, but it's a 3rd down and 4. We'll call it 3rd and 3, maybe 3.5 really. Needing the 40-yard line, ball resting at the 36.5 for Western Hills. 5:31.
I'm still back on the punt. I'm waiting for us to come out from the punt.
Oh, okay. No. We're back. We're playing football, Kevin. Wake up. Come on. We got 2 receivers to each side for the Cougars. And they're going to take the snap, drop back to pass, and throw it over the middle. He's got his man, and he's drilled by Caden Davis, but he hangs on. Nice catch there for Western Hills.
Yeah, Caden Davis had his guy bracketed, hit him hard, but unable to knock the ball loose. And Western Hills has their first down right bumping on Granbury territory, and I think tweaked his ankle maybe a little bit on that play.
Yeah, so it's Austin Stewart in and the safety position, Caden Davis off, and he's limping around a little bit. So after the big blow that he delivered, he come up a little bit gimpy. So the ball at the 46-yard line for Western Hills, and he's going to be in a sweep to the left. This is a new quarterback, and he is dropped for a huge loss back at the 41 or 2-yard line there. That was a different quarterback. That was number 9, Tyler Morgan, I guess trying to get some running game going.
Well, we haven't seen much of Smotherman.
Well, now he's back in.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say, we've seen several of these, what do you call it, Wildcat?
Wildcat,
I don't know what you call it from Western Hills Cougars. I guess that.
They're the cats.
Cougar cat or whatever. I don't know. Some kind of cat. That's pretty close, I guess.
Right. It's a type of a feline, Kevin. So, anyway, Smotherman, he's got some good wheels himself, and now he's back in at quarterback. So 2nd down and 14 for Western Hills. Back to pass, looking around out to the left-hand side. It's caught over midfield and close to a first down, but about two yards shy at the Granbury 46.
Well, we saw a steady dose of running out of Western Hills on their first series coming back out of the half. But this time we've seen more of the passing game with Smotherman back in as quarterback. I don't know. Western Hills must be trying everything in the playbook to try to come up with some way to get into the end zone against Granbury Pirates.
So 3rd down and 2. Crowd making a lot of noise, as you can probably hear in the background. Trips to the right and 1 to the left. And Smotherman back there in the shotgun, and he fakes the handoff, and he is almost dropped down by Sanders, still scrambling, and he gets him on the 2nd try. I believe that's 4 tackles for a loss for Drake Sanders tonight. A nice play on the 2nd effort.
Well, we're talking to Coach Sonny Galindo and Coach Cheesy, but earlier in the after the Stephenville game, and what he talked about is every player is going to be graded on every game, every play, and I think that one of the higher grades coming out of this ball game, at least so far, has got to be given to Drake Sanders and his defensive play.
Absolutely. So now they're in punt formation with a 4th and 13 facing them at their own 43 for Western Hills, and it's going to be Mulholland back there. And the end over end, it looks like it's going to bounce at the 30, take a favorable Cougar roll, and out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. And we're going to stay here with you here on Granbury Radio and Granbury TV.
Well, I got some BMY score updates. I got volleyball from Leander Rouse tournament. Day one, Granbury fell to McNeil 16-25, 15-25. They defeated Huntsville 25-11, 25-11, and fell to Byron Nelson 18-25, 13-25. So losing 2 of the 3 in the first day one of tournament play. And then day two fell to Tomball Memorial 22-25, 25-27, defeated Glenn 25-10, 25-10, and defeated Waller 25-10, 25-17. That's pool play for the Granbury Pirates in the first couple of rounds of play in the Leander tournament.
So 2:30 left in the third quarter. Granbury leading 19-7, taking over at their own 20-yard line. Ball on the left hash, trips to the right, and the handoff up the middle. And that is, I believe, number 30, Tyler Pippin, and he swarmed under in the backfield for a 2-yard loss.
Trying to get a Toller score. I know Brian Thomas is sitting there in the stands listening to the broadcast on Granbury Radio. So anybody that's there, you can listen to this thing anywhere you're at. We've already had a couple people tell us where they're listening to the night's broadcast. Go by and email us at granburysports@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook at Granbury Sports. Follow us on Twitter at Granbury Sports. We're all over the place, Granbury Sports. And give us your feedback. Let us know where you're listening
So
tonight.
the handoff this time to Pippin around the left end, and he's going to be tackled over on the left-hand side for a gain of maybe 3 or 4 out to the 22, let's call it. And going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 for Granbury. And with 1:30 and counting left in the third quarter of play, they've got 3 wide receivers to the right. It's still Pippin in there. And, you know, Kevin, we have not seen Logan Robinson in some time. It's been mostly Beasley over on the far right-hand side. I don't believe we've seen Robinson. We'll be looking for him. And in the pistol is Young on this 3rd down and 8. And snap from Sandoval. He's back. He's looking around. He's going to throw it over to Beasley at the 27 and driven back. So forward progress should give it to the 27, but still shy of first down yardage.
Yeah, just short of first down yardage. I don't know how much he's going to have left. I got my wish. BMY a couple score. Everybody's texting me now. I'm getting it from all over the place. But Toller up 34-13 in Crawford with 2:40 left in the ball game. Toller all over Crawford, and that's a good first game for the Toller Rattlers as well.
Interesting decision. They gave us a very favorable spot. It's 4th and only a yard for Granbury, but he's lined up as though he may punt this ball, and he does. And he gets off a nice punt over the guy's head, and it's going to take a sideways bounce and be down at the 32 of Western Hills.
Well, and what doing the quick kick gives you, it gives you the ability, if you see something you like, you know, you can try to take advantage of it. But right there in your own territory, you're up by 12 points. So Western Hills got to score twice any way you look at it. I like the idea of kicking it away with only 7 seconds left in this third quarter of play.
Yeah, it's better safe than too aggressive and give them an easy road to a touchdown when you're up by 12 points here. So 7 seconds left.
Matt, our county extension agent, is currently listening to Granbury Radio. I see Marty Valenkamp, a longtime extension agent for the Granbury area in Hood County.
All right, so I'm glad that both of our listeners are enjoying the broadcast, as there looks to be a false start over there on the right-hand side. And that's going to set Western Hills back by 5 yards. And I don't know how a second ticked off when there was no play run, but the clock on the scoreboard says 6 seconds. That was some self-deprecating humor there, Kev. We can't take ourselves too seriously up here. So 19-7 Pirates. And Western Hills Cougars is going to hand the ball off, and he's got a little room around the right-hand side, and dragging tackler still on his feet and out of bounds as the third quarter buzzer signals and it's a first down for Western Hills at the 44 of their own. So we're going to take a break here on Granbury Radio and be back for the fourth quarter of play. So we are back from commercial break. It's good to still hear Euchre's voice, even though he isn't with us, but he's with us in commercial breaks. So fourth quarter play is starting here with 12 minutes left in this ball game. Western Hills 1st and 10, looking to the left, and he's incomplete out there trying to swing it quickly wide to Tyler Sutton. So 19-7, 11:57 left in this ball game. Granbury leading their home opener against Western Hills Cougars. And it's 2nd down and 10 at the 44 for Western Hills on the right hash.
Saw one of our other board members commenting on Facebook. That was Maureen Jones Griffin. She's one of our board members at Granbury Media, big part of what we're doing. I'll take a picture of my brand new shirt that she designed here, the Granbury Media shirt.
So 2nd down and 10 for Western Hills, and the handoff coming to the left and tackled in the backfield by guess who? Drake Sanders. That's his 5th tackle for the loss by my count. And it's about a half a yard loss. Well, close to the line of scrimmage, but we'll call it a tackle for a loss.
Well, Western Hills certainly has had no game plan for Drake Sanders off that right side, but a lot of that is also enabled by the down lineman, the 2 down lineman play that we've seen right there over center, and that's
number 59, Fernando Sanchez.
Yeah, Sanchez really call his name much.
And Hayden
he
Heath
ties
also.
up everybody.
Hayden Heath as well getting in there. So 3rd down and 10 for Western Hills, and there's a false start as it looked like number 14, Javon Simmons, was starting. They're going to call it delay game. They were starting to move forward, it looked like, but they're going to call it delay. So that's going to make it even tougher row to hoe for the Cougars. And that's going to walk it off 5 yards. And 3rd and 15 coming up for Western Hills at their own 39-yard line. 11:04 left in the fourth quarter of play. Granbury still leading 19-7 here on home turf as the crowd starts to get into it. Again on 3rd and 15, and they've got 2 wide receivers on each side of the ball and 1 running back in the backfield. And the quarterback back to throw, and he's going to throw it deep down the right-hand side. He's got a man in traffic, and that's going to be, the referee was reaching for his flag but never called anything. Caden Davis back there defensively, as well as Blake Jones for Granbury. Kevin, that was a tight one. It was in traffic. Could have been pass interference, but fortunately was not for Granbury.
Yeah, lucky there because we were all over the Western Hills Cougar, and the ball was a little bit underthrown, so he turns around and slows down, and our guys, little bit run over job there. Looked like a little bit of a Frogger job there, but it wasn't.
So 11:01, and they're in punt formation. They don't want to be punting here, but it's 4th and 15 for Western Hills. And they do punt the ball away. It's a spiral line drive. It's going to bounce a couple of times and be down at about the 22 or 3-yard line.
Well, I expect that ball is going to come back. We may make them punt that one again because the guy on the far sideline over there, the player wasn't on the field. First, he jumped back on the field, and then once he got on the field, he just started dancing around out there and got the motion penalty called on him.
So that's going to, I guess they're going to have to talk to the coaching staff over here, but I think you're right that we are going to get them to assess that penalty. That net punt, let's count it out here, was about 10, 20, 30. It was about almost 40 yards on that net. So not a bad net really in high school football. So they are, I think, going to punt this football again. So it was originally, the original line of scrimmage was at the 39 for Western Hills. Now it'll be at the 34. And they're going to face a 4th down and 20. So the punt team back on, and Mulholland deep for Granbury.
Yeah, Coach Cheesy over there got an earful of Mulholland and said, hey, we're not going to try to catch this ball if it comes line driving like that down the field. And that's smart. Just let it fall to the turf. Nothing to be hurt there. We got 10:51 left. We're probably going to try to run the ball as much as we can when we get the ball back in our hands.
So 10:42 and counting on the clock, and now there's another stoppage in play, and it looks like Western Hills is taking a timeout. So with that timeout by the Cougars, we're going to take a timeout too, and we'll be back in a minute on Granbury Radio. So we're back in punt formation for Western Hills, facing 4th and 20 at their own 34, and he's going to get that punt away. It is a line drive. It's his best punt of the night. We ended up taking maybe the wrong option, but it's about the same spot ultimately at the 23 or 4. So it took kind of a good roll for the Cougars and then a bad roll at the end, but Granbury set up nicely at their own 24-yard line.
Well, not just that, but it did eat up a little bit of everything that eats up a little bit of clock in this fourth quarter. It benefits the Granbury Pirates, and that took, I think, net about 30 seconds off the clock there, Matt, with all of that.
Yeah, that's true, because when they took that penalty, then it started the clock running again on that 4th down play. So nice little edge for the Pirates. 10:29 left, leading 19-7. Again in the pistol formation as we've been in all night, with 2 wide receivers to each side, and Mulholland in the backfield behind Young. And he's going to fake the handoff, throw it over the middle, and he's got a man, and that is Kevin Moore on the catch and run for the Pirates, and a first down out to the 37-yard line.
Well, fool me right there. I'm expecting run to eat up clock, and Granbury just throws one right down the slot there is Kevin Moore, and a good gainer for Granbury, moving them down the field. A score obviously is just as good as running out much of this clock right now in this ball game, Matt.
And we've got a new receiver. That's Ryan Bivens over here on the far left-hand side on the trips formation. And we've got another stoppage as there's a problem on the far side with the chains. They were trying to get the chains reset, and then maybe a kink. I'm not sure what's going on with the chain crew down there, but that's the delay.
A kink in the action.
Yes. So the receivers right now are Hunter Jones and Kevin Moore, and then, like I said, we've got in Ryan Bivens, and also on the far sideline by himself is Rustin Beasley. It's Mulholland in the backfield behind Young, as he's been all night. And now getting some instructions for this first down call at the 37-yard line of Granbury. And handoff to Mulholland. He's got a little space, but taken down. And now there's going to be a late flag, and that may be a face mask.
Well, face mask, and Mulholland's going to have to come off the field, like you said, because his hat came off. You know, it happened earlier in the ball game. Kyler Young got his hat taken off, but because we called timeout, Kyler was able to go back out on the field.
Well, if they call a face mask, I believe the rule is that if obviously you shouldn't be penalized by having to take a guy off if they yanked the face mask and took your helmet off. And let's see what the call is, personal foul face mask against Western Hills. So that really ought to make Mulholland eligible to play this next down, but nevertheless
it may have been designed for him to come off the field anyway.
Yeah, especially after getting his head pulled around. So didn't really have any gain there on that last play. He was down at the 37, but that's going to march off 15 yards against the Cougars of Western Hills. So that's going to take the ball out past midfield, and they're going to place it at the 48-yard line, 47-yard line it looks like. So Granbury set up in Western Hills territory at their 47, and 2 wide receivers on each side of the field, and they've got Caden Davis, who has already scored a touchdown tonight on the first drive of the game. Or the first touchdown drive for Granbury was scored by Caden Davis. And Young taking the snap, and he's going to hand it off to Davis. He's going to cut it up the middle and drags the tackle down at the 44-yard line, gain of 3 yards. And the clock is still ticking, 8:58 left in the fourth quarter of play, and we're satisfied to just keep that clock running right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Just anything that takes anything off the clock is to our liking.
So now trips wide receivers to the right-hand side. Again in the pistol as he's been all night is Young. And the wide receiver out to the left is Blake Jones. So they've rotated a few receivers in and out and in different formations as well as far as where they set up. So second down and about 7 for Granbury. And he's going to option look to the left. He's going to cut it upfield and take him down in open space. A nice tackle out there. But the clock will run at the 42-yard line, third down and around 5 left.
Yeah, and right now you don't want anything to go out of bounds. You don't care if your guy goes and just sits down and eats a sandwich on the right beside the sidelines.
So third down and 5 for Granbury. The handoff straight up the middle to Mulholland. He's got the first down and a little bit more inside the 35 to the 34. So we're talking about running the clock, Kevin. They ran kind of quick there, but I think they found something they liked, and they thought, well, let's get the first down and just move with it. And now they're going hurry up again. And the handoff again up the middle to Mulholland. He dodges a tackle and another tackle, and he keeps going. This is a little guy here. He's 5'6", but he runs over a guy at the end and finishes well, and another first down for Granbury. Ball at the 23. They're going hurry up. Because they're seeing some looks that they like here, and another fake, and he's going to go out to the right-hand side on the pass, and taken down in open space is Hunter Jones there.
Well, that ought to be a flag on. It should be a flag on Western Hills, and was not, because their guy didn't get off the field.
Yeah, so Granbury, normally you'd think, okay, let's run some clock here, but they've seen some looks that they wanted and tried to catch them also, like you said, with an extra guy on the field, so they've gone a little bit quicker than you might think here. 7:05, and now they take a little time off the clock. 7:02 and counting in the fourth quarter. Granbury leading 19-7, and they've got a 2nd and 9 at the 23 of Western Hills. And Young is going to take the snap, option look to the right, cuts it upfield, and is reaching forward to the 15. There's a flag down in the area where you might see holding. Let's see what there's going to be. What did you see, Kevin? Did you see maybe a holding?
Well, I don't see a hold, right, but it's going to go against Granbury. But I'll tell you what I do see. I see after every single play, 1, 2, 3, sometimes 4 Western Hills Cougars laid out all over the field, just getting knocked around. Granbury really getting after them, and stayed strong throughout that ball game. I think now is as good a time as any to give a shout out to First Sergeant Johnny Rositas, who is in charge of the conditioning for the Granbury Pirates through the summer and the Pirate Performance Course. Our guys look fresh out there, and Western Hills looks like they're just beat down.
So we didn't actually see the infraction, but as I guessed, it was in the area of holding, and it was in fact a holding. That's going to set us back at the 29-yard line, 2nd down and about 19. Well, the scoreboard says 19. It looks a little shorter than that, but at the 29-yard line. And the handoff to the left is Mulholland. He's going to find a block down at the 26-yard line. So decent little gain, getting a little bit of that back is Mulholland. So 6:19 and counting for the Pirates. And now facing a 3rd down, and they need to get down to the 13, and they're at the 27-yard line, so we'll call that about 14 maybe to go. They have trips to the right. Young in the backfield. In the pistol, getting some instructions in from the sideline on the play and calling out the play to the offensive line and the wide receivers. And now he's ready to take the snap. He drops back to pass, looking around, trying that little, knocked down. He was trying to set up that screen, and it was knocked down at the line of scrimmage, and another penalty flag is down on the field. And they're going to call a hold against Granbury. Now, it's an interesting decision because that would bring up 4th in a good ways for Granbury, and they're going to decline that penalty.
Well, and that leads to another decision is
right.
Whether or not you feel like you're in the range to take a chance at kicking this one.
Right. You're up by 12. Technically, it's still a 2-score game if you convert the field goal, but it is a long-range field goal. It would be the ball's at the 27, so that'd be a pretty long field goal, about a 44-yarder. And there looks like they may just go for it, or I can't imagine they punt here at the 27, but you never know because the punter is the quarterback. And he's going to just take a snap and pump fake, and he's going to go for the end zone. He's got a man. Oh, just outside the outstretched arms of Blake Jones, and so the ball's going to go over on downs. Reasonable play call. You might as well go for it there. 4th down and 14.
Well, you're not going to. You'd have a tough time keeping the ball from going into the end zone, and you got the look that you want them. You had them kind of confused, and good pass down the field, just not able to make the connection for the touchdown. Those are the kind of plays that later on in the season, when you're in district play, you absolutely have to have. You can get away with it tonight, but you got to have those opportunities when they come out later on in the season.
So that could have really been a dagger there for Granbury, but nevertheless, you're still up 19-7 with 5:37 left in this ball game. So still in good shape are the Pirates, as Western Hills Cougars at the 27 of their own take the field. And the shotgun snap is back. He's looking left, pump fakes, goes deep down the field to the left in traffic, and knocked out. And that was off the fingertips of the wide receiver, Jordan Wilkerson, also there defensively, as was Austin Stewart.
Well, Western Hills showing a little bit of desperation, but, that's 2 or 3 long passes down the field where their guy has been in good position to make the play and didn't come down with it. Just like we missed the touchdown right there, they've missed 2 or 3 that could have led to touchdowns in this ball game.
So 2nd down and 10 now for Western Hills as they break the huddle. 5:30 left in the ball game. And they're going to line up 3 wide receivers out to the left and 1 to the right, with the running back next to Smotherman in the backfield. And they're going to look to the left quickly, and it's over. Is that what? It's caught for an interception by Granbury. And that's number 28, I believe, Michael Troll on the interception for Granbury, and that was just a poor pass, really. He floated it real high up into coverage on the left-hand side as he was trying to throw a quick screen out to the left-hand side, kind of a bubble screen that went way high.
Yeah, it was an absolute floater out there, no doubt about it, and goes right into the hands of the Granbury Pirates. I couldn't think of anybody else better for it to go to in that situation.
Absolutely. So now Granbury at the Western Hills 30. There's 5:24 left on the clock. And I can't imagine putting the ball in the air too much anymore. 19-7, you lead, and you're knocking on the door already after the interception by Troll. So we've got Blake Jones out wide to the left and 3 receivers out to the right. And again in the pistol is Young, and he's going to be back to pass, and he's going to be flushed out of the pocket and rolling to the right, rolling and throwing, and finds a man, and it's a nice catch, comeback, and that looks to be Kevin Moore out there, 1st down for the Pirates.
Well, I've seen some real good plays by the Granbury Pirates. I've seen some real good decision-making by Kyler Young as a senior quarterback, and I tell you what, this Granbury Pirate offense is getting some momentum built up under it going in to what hopefully is going to be a 1-0 season for them with 5:01 left in the ball game.
So Young again with trips to his right on the right hash here, and he's going to take the snap from Sandoval and hand it off, coming to the right, cutting upfield is Mulholland with some room, and taken down at the about 8-yard line. Kevin, let me ask you this. Maybe Coach Cheesy is just thinking a little bit, let's use the whole playbook, do all the kinds of things we want to see our guys do. Maybe if all the marbles are on the line late in the season, they might be burning more clock here, but right now they're trying to make some things happen offensively.
I think you certainly have the opportunity, Matt, to do exactly what you're talking about. You got a chance to look at some kids that maybe you wouldn't get in the ball game later on in the year, and you got a chance to do a lot of things, and what you don't want to see is exactly what we see right here. One of our kids getting banged up a little bit.
It looks like Sandoval. It almost looks like a cramp type of an injury. I kind of thought he got laid back on right there is what it looked like to me. Well,
but
he's holding what appears to be a hamstring. Hopefully it's not a big knee injury on the left leg of Sandoval. So we've got a backup center in there. We'll try to figure out who's going in there.
It's like numbers.
Is that going to be? 54 runs out there. That's Ryan Green, so he'll be taking the snaps for Granbury. And the last play there was not any gain at all for Mulholland. It's 3rd down and 2. Sorry, we got a little off track there. It's at the 9-yard line of Western Hills. 4:02 and counting left in the ball game. And 3rd down and 2 for Granbury. Trips to the right, and he's going to fake the pass. He is going to pass it out there. Oh, my word. It was caught and hung on to by Hunter Jones, but he was lit up. That was the hardest hit of the night, Kevin.
Oh, no doubt about it. Hunter Jones on the wheel route. When I say wheel route, that means he's coming out of the backfield, wheeling around everybody else, and you just float the pass out there. And what you want is everybody to be cleared out, but unfortunately, Western Hills still had somebody in there, and they absolutely leveled Hunter Jones over there on the far sideline.
To his credit, he popped right back up, so no injury there for Jones despite the big hit. So 4th down and really about 2. No gain there on that last play, and Granbury's lined up to go for it. They're in Gentry's range for a field goal, but they're going to eschew the field goal and try to go for it here. Trips to the left, and one wide receiver out to the right as the crowd gets into it. 3:32 on the clock. The clock is stopped, and Young is getting some signals in from the sideline. Now we're about to snap this ball, and Young is going to be optioned to the right. He's going to take it himself, and he's going to walk into the end zone for the Pirate touchdown.
Well, just everything opened up for him right there. That was a great play by Kyler Young, just looking, waiting, seeing that opportunity. Only needed 3 yards for the first down. Guess what? Had a pathway all the way to the end zone, and what a way to cap off this 4th quarter for the Granbury Pirates.
So they're going for 2, 25-7, and we really need to mention Shelton and Swindell over there opening up those holes on the right-hand side for Young to have all that room to go in without being touched. And now we look like we got a timeout. They're taking a timeout to think about this 2-point conversion coming up, and we'll take a timeout with Granbury here on Granbury Radio. So back from break, they decided that instead of going for 2, they're going to kick the extra point, leading 25-7. And so it's Gentry on there for the Pirates, kicking with a crosswind to deal with. And the kick is away. It's blocked and goes out the back of the end zone. So it's going to remain 25-7 Pirates with 3:26 left in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, well, one of those things is going to need to be worked on at week 1 to week 2. We've missed the extra point bouncing it off the goal post, and now we've missed an extra point getting it blocked. Those are certainly things that are not going to make the coaching staff happy, and are correctable mistakes that repetition will fix a lot of that stuff.
Well, nevertheless, 25-7, we have to overall feel pretty good about where we are. The offense has moved the ball. We have not had to punt very much tonight. We've had just some shooting ourselves in the foot kind of mistakes, but hopefully we can clear that up. But there's a lot of promise being shown here tonight as well.
I see the band's getting cranked up over there in the corner.
Yeah, both of the bands are still with We've Got Spirit, Yes We Do, and all that kind of thing. We can't hear too much of it up here in the booth, but we see that they're active, and I know you've got an interest in the band, Kevin, with your daughter in the band.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, when you talk about hard work, the band puts in about a 10-hour day starting a week before everybody else does. And they're out there in the heat and the pavement and everything else, and we fully expect, and the band just continues to thrive here in Granbury, Texas.
I really should have been keeping better tabs on the mascot tonight. I'm a former GHS mascot myself, but I haven't been able to watch the mascot as I'm wrapped up in watching the Pirates take apart the Cougars here. And the kickoff by Gentry is going to be fielded at the 17-yard line. He's going to come around to the right, and he's going to be cutting all the way back across the field to the left with some space. There's a flag down. That's going to come back across midfield down to the 40, to the 35, and he's knocked out of bounds by Austin Stewart, but a flag I think is going to bring this thing back.
Yeah, negate the whole thing. And Granbury up 25-7. What you won't want to do is give up any kind of cheap touchdown, and certainly letting them run back one late in the ball game would be a cheap one. You got 3 minutes and 12 seconds left in this thing. Feel like you got everything pretty much in hand, up by 18 points. So Western Hills has got to score twice.
3 times.
3 times.
Yeah. So anyway, we're feeling pretty good about our situation, but just don't want to give up any big plays right here, and they do march this thing off. So the penalty was at about the 37, they're saying. So, and they're going to mark that thing back to the 27-yard line. So that's where Western Hills is going to start. And that was a block in the back, right, Kevin? Did you see that?
I didn't really see it.
I don't see a signal. It was either blocking the back or holding, but usually it's blocking the back on those return plays. So that's where they set up shop. The Western Hills Cougar at the going left to right, and the ball is at the right hash mark. 3:12 left in the fourth quarter of play. They've got empty backfield with just the quarterback Smotherman, 5 wide receivers out there on the field. And he's going to roll to the left in some trouble and swarm down there. And now another flag on the field. And I want to say that was that Singh on the tackle? I believe that was. We haven't called his name.
Singh.
Yeah, so we got to sing his praises because there's not much time left here in the game. Well, come on now, I can't resist. They're saying a personal foul face mask against the Pirates. I don't think that was on Singh. I didn't really see it. I thought he had a handful of jersey and not face mask. But anyway, they are going to march off 15 yards against Granbury, and that's going to be a first down for Western Hills. You don't like a good play on words, Kevin?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so Granbury is trying to hold out Western Hills at the 42-yard line, ball on the left hash. Again, 5 wide receivers. This is the first drive of the game when they've gone to 5 wides as they try to make some plays in the passing game. Back to pass, looking around, finds a man over the middle, and it's knocked out of his hands. And nice play defensively. I think that was Tyler Pippin on the defense there for Granbury. So incomplete pass, second down and 10.
Yeah, 2:46 left in the ball game. Just want to play good, solid defense, finish this thing out, make Western Hills earn anything that they get right here. Don't give up any big plays. Keep everything in front of you and let them throw short passes. Keep them within the field of play, and let's just take this thing to the house.
So 2:46 left. Granbury leading 25-7. And again, 5 wides, and they're back to pass. Are the Cougars looking around? He's under pressure from Sanders again, and he drops his man again. I think that's now 6 tackles for a loss tonight by Sanders. So he's all over the place tonight.
Well, Drake Sanders certainly, you don't want to single anybody out and say defensive player of the ball game over and above anybody else, but Drake surely has been a standout. I know that the defense is setting him up in tonight's ball game to be the hero of the night, but a lot of credit needs to go to the other down linemen, linebackers, secondary that have been able to keep people in front of them all night, and Drake Sanders has certainly benefited from all of the good play.
So we put Aguilar in there as a nose tackle, Carlos Aguilar, and a defensive tackle, and 5 wides again, back to pass, under some pressure from guess who, and he's flushed out, throws it down the field, and it's caught in traffic also with a penalty. That's going to be on Granbury.
And it should be. We got there early, but they still caught the ball.
They did catch it in traffic. He was tackled down by Jordan Wilkerson, and they're going to, I guess, decline that penalty and take the catch. And so first down and a nice pass and catch there for the Western Hills Cougars. But a $1:44 left on the clock at the 42-yard line for Western Hills into Pirate territory. Again with this 5-wide formation that they've used just on this drive tonight. And first down and 10, and the clock ticking at 1:30. He's looking over the middle. He finds a man, and he's belted, and the ball is separated away from the wide receiver by Austin Stewart. Nice hit there by Stewart.
Yeah, Stewart came up and just absolutely had a guy right in front of him. That's junior 5'6", 150, and he put all 150 pounds into that hit right there and knocked the ball loose.
So now the clock is stopped at 1:25 left in the fourth quarter of play. 2nd down and 10 for the Cougars. And they break the huddle. And now they've got, well, they're going to go with the formation they've used quite a bit tonight, which is, well, no, now they're going to the 5 wides. Okay, so 2nd down and 10 for Western Hills, and you're hearing a whistle on the field, and try to figure out what that's all about. Delay a game. So took too much time there, and the penalties have really racked up. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 penalties tonight against Western Hills, not to mention 2 additional that were offsetting. So a lot of penalties tonight against Western Hills. They're going to have to clean that up, but to the favor of Granbury, and we'll take it. So 2nd and 15 with 1:25 left and 5 wides for Western Hills. Back to pass, and he's going to do a draw kind of up the middle, and he's taken down by guess who? Drake Sanders. We're going to give him credit for another tackle for a loss.
Well, and that's the kind of thing you don't want to see right there. That ball, Drake, not intentionally, but came in there low on him because he was losing his balance, and you see Smotherman get hit right down around the feet, and that's the last thing you want with 1 minute left in a ball game you ain't going to win, is to get your quarterback that you need hurt.
But still, great play, obviously, off the edge by Sanders. 3rd and 17, his 7th tackle for the loss by my count on the night. 45 seconds left, and they're back to pass, are the Cougars, looking around. And in traffic over the head of their wide receiver out on the left-hand side, that was Kyle Sutton, incomplete. So 37 seconds left, and they've in some ways waved the white flag, at least in terms of letting the clock run a little bit, have the Cougars, understanding that they're down by 18. And 4th down and long, they need about 15 here to do the Western Hills Cougars. So Drake Sanders finally coming off the field, and a lot of applause for him tonight. The fans appreciate it, and they're giving him a nice ovation. So now another stoppage of play, and they're going to reset the play clock, I believe. Yeah, they're going to reset the play clock. So 4th and 15, the game clock is stopped here at 37, and they're about to have possibly their last offensive play of the night for Western Hills. Back to pass, looking around, and he's going to throw it deep down the left-hand side in traffic, and there was a lot of contact. There's a flag coming in. So they're going to get Jordan Wilkerson on that pass interference.
Yeah, no doubt about it. BMY update, final from the Toller game, Toller 34, Crawford 20. A good opening ball game for the Toller Rattlers as they win. And I was talking earlier this week with Brian Thomas, school board president over there, and he talked about how difficult that district that they're in is going to be. Toller is in this year, somewhat almost guaranteed of a playoff spot, but still it's going to be tough sledding for the Toller Rattlers, and I know they're very happy to get a win here to start the season.
So 1st and 10, and the handoff sweep to the left and bowling over some people in traffic, but obviously with the run call there, you figure, well, I think they're going to run the ball and run the clock out, but then they call a timeout on us.
We'll stay here. I don't understand the timeout right here with 23 seconds left, other than just wanting to put another score up on the board, and I guess that's what you can work on things right here, just like we were talking about Western Hills maybe wanting to work on something here late in the ball game and get a final score. But all in all, Matt, what a great way to start off the year for the Granbury Pirates. What a great way to start off the season for Coach Cheesy and his career here at Granbury with a 1-0 win. I think the outcome is absolutely
not in doubt anymore.
Not in doubt at all. But
no.
just to let everybody know what we're going to do. We're going to wrap the ball game up here right after the game, and then we're going to turn you back over to the radio station. We'll be playing an assortment of music for your listening pleasure, but we're still trying to figure out what all we want to play. So your input is certainly greatly appreciated in what kind of music you want to hear on your Granbury radio station, and then what we're going to do is go down and do some interviews, and you'll catch those on Granbury Sports Facebook page.
So 2nd down and 3 here for Western Hills. Is a sweep to the right, and he's going to find some room, but he's tackled down inside the 15 to the 13, so a 1st down, and that's going to temporarily stop the clock. And now a timeout called again by Western Hills with 17 seconds left in the 4th quarter of play. That's their last time out of the ball game. So Granbury leading 25-7, and we're going to stay here. And if we can do more BMY out-of-town scores, it was my Pittsburgh Steelers 27 in preseason football.
That's a little far out of town.
And the New Orleans Saints 14. So watching that out-of-town scoreboard from far away.
Well, we certainly appreciate you filling in for the
Uke.
For the Uke, but he'll be back. He'll be back next week, and we hope he enjoyed his trip to the Caribbean with the family. I think it's been long planned and long overdue. They haven't gotten together. He was telling me they hadn't gotten together as a family in about 5 or 6 years. So this was a great opportunity for him. It just unfortunately coincided with the first football game.
Yeah, so I guess somebody has to take a vacation to the Caribbean. It might as well be Uke. So 17 seconds left to go here. 1st down and 10 as they try to punch it in again to the Cougars. And he's back to pass, scrambling around. And he's going to throw that ball out of bounds to nobody in particular as he was under some duress out there.
Well, they can't call a timeout because they're out of those.
So 9 seconds left. Again, 25-7. Granbury's got this thing wrapped up, but Western Hills is knocking on the door, trying to make it a little less embarrassing score line at least. They're down by 18 and trying to score again. So see if we can hold them out of the end zone and keep them to 7 points. So two wide receivers to the left, and he's back to pass looking that way, and he's going to throw it right into the open hands of a Granbury defender. That's Pippin, and he's going to be tackled down out of bounds, and that's going to do it. So that's the last play of the ball game, an interception by the Granbury Pirates is Pippin, and they're swarming the
Pandemonium.
They're putting the coach up in the air.
Oh, the humanity.
Cheesy up in the air temporarily as he's pumping his fist, so they're enjoying this opening day win. So Granbury 25 and Western Hills 7 here from Pirate Stadium as the Pirates open their 2016 season with a nice win.
So, yeah, absolutely. What a great start off the season for Granbury, and you can see just right there what an attachment he has already made with the players. And I've been around practices and I've been around the field house in this first 14 days, and I tell you what, Coach Cheesy would tell you that the kids are bought in, and it just shows you right there how infectious a guy with enthusiasm and a coaching and staff with enthusiasm can make the players in and around him.
Absolutely. So we did clean things up from a turnover standpoint a little bit better in the second half, and pitched a shutout there in the second half as well. We do have some penalty and turnover issues to clean up, but that's part of being an opening game. And also, like we said before the game, a new coaching staff, a new system, a lot of things going on in the minds of the players that they have to figure out. So nice job by the Pirates, and they start out 1-0 and off and running under the Cheesy era.
And so we're certainly glad, and that's going to wrap everything up for the Granbury Pirates. We're going to turn you back over to the radio station. You will be back next week, and we're going to go down to the sideline and get some celebratory interviews that you can catch on Granbury Sports. So for Matt Mills, I'm Kevin Myers. For Hunter Land, for Dr. Chris Cheney, for my brother Casey Myers, who's in town and helping us out in the booth. We had a whole group of people helping us out doing everything tonight. We're certainly glad that everybody tuned in, and look for a future broadcast on Granbury Radio. Okay. All right, Coach Chad Cheesy, with the first win of your first ball game as a head coach here at Granbury Stadium. What does it matter? What does it mean to you?
Validation is the first word that comes to mind for these kids, for these coaches, for this community to believe in what we're preaching, to buy into what we're doing, and all the hard work and all the little things we've been on the kids about. When they buy into that and they see the results, it's valid. It's validity.
Coach, I know that all the stands, everybody cheering and everything else, but it's got to mean the world to you to have a team respond the way they did after the ball game.
So proud of these kids. They've been at it for 3 weeks. They've been out the offense and defense for 3 weeks. They've been after this all summer long. And I try to tell them that hard work pays off. There's no shortcuts to success. And for them to come out here and put their heart out on the line and just play their hearts out, I'm just super proud of them. Every kid on this team has a role, whether he's the worst football player on the team or the best. Every kid has a role, and they've all bought into that, and I'm just super proud of the kids.
Well, I know. Next week you go on the road for the first time in the Chad Cheesy era, and how's that going to change things? And as far as preparation this week going into it,
the preparation itself won't change, but game day will. The kids got to be a little bit more focused. We're going into somebody else's house, trying to take something away from them at their home place and in their home crowd, and it's just a business trip. We prepare the same way. Prepare all week long, do what we do. We go up there and we take a business trip an hour and a half away from here and play our hearts out and let the wins and losses fall where they may.
Well, Coach, I know you're proud of how everybody played tonight, but you got this guy standing here beside you had probably one of the best defensive ball games we've seen in this stadium in a long time.
It's and he comes by honestly. What a phenomenal young man Drake Sanders is. Take the pads off. Take the helmet off. Just a solid, good character young man. Works his rear end off, and everything that he did tonight he deserves because he earned it.
Well, good deal. Drake, what a ball game tonight. You did a fantastic job. What does this mean to you in front of your own home crowd to have this kind of a win? You've been in the program for a while, and this has got to feel good to you tonight.
Yes, sir. It feels really good. I couldn't do it without my teammates in the locker room right now. I mean, them pushing me, getting me up every morning to come summer workouts. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here where I'm at right now.
Well, it looked like every time the quarterback was dropping back, you were right there in his hip pocket. Did it feel like that to you?
Yes, sir. I mean, I did what my coaches taught me. I sat down and I did the basics, and I executed tonight,
So, got the first win of the season under the belt. That's got to create some excitement around the schoolhouse. Everybody's going to be high-fiving Drake Sanders on Monday morning. He'll be big man on campus, no doubt about it. But how do we take this win and just build on it as we go forward?
Monday, come ready Monday, and we got to fix the little mistakes we had tonight, and that's about it. We fix the little mistakes, and we keep the team as a family, and we'll do good.
Well, what a football game. What a first win for you, Coach, and I know you're absolutely happy to be here, and everybody's happy that you're here. I got a chance to talk with the superintendent at halftime, and we talked about, the process by which you got hired, and he was talking about we met with him and went with him, and then in that final kind of 3-hour, I guess, drilling would be the best way to describe it, where you met with him and Dwight Butler one-on-one, and you talked about from top to bottom, this is what we need to do to implement a program all the way down to the middle school level. And, how is week one gone for you? Not only just this win, but I know you were very happy with all the sub-varsity games from last night.
Oh, man, what a week we had. First of all, we got super support here. The administration and the community, they've been behind us 100%, and it's just been phenomenal, the amount of support we've felt off the field. Middle school coaches were asked to work the entire 2 days and work their rear ends off. And because of that, the dividends played last night. We fielded 4 teams. We fielded 2 freshman teams, and we fielded 2 JV teams. And we went 3-1. And then the 3 losses, the 3 victories, we pitched shutouts. And so that's a huge compliment to our defense. And we put up 27, 32, and 12 points on offense. So kids are buying in. We got a program that we're changing a little bit in the 6th grade as far as the PE goes. And then both 7th grade and 8th grade teams will be running the exact same offense, the exact same defense that we are up here. So we got to take advantage of being a one-horse town with 2 feeder schools. But we wouldn't be ecstatic right now, and Drake wouldn't be standing here right now smiling ear to ear if it wasn't for this coaching staff. Blessed to have a great coaching staff that has bought in, and those guys deserve a lot of kudos. They bought into my philosophy, and they worked their rear ends off, and I couldn't do this alone. So kudos to the coaching staff and to the players.
Well, we appreciate the time, Coach. We appreciate the time, Drake. Look forward to seeing you guys on the road next week. R.L. Turner, listen in on Granbury Radio. If you hadn't downloaded the app yet, you need to get it because we're on the road, and R.L. Turner is a long way away. So
Yes,
we appreciate your time. Thanks, Coach.